saying. I'm very, very upset.
Black, I'm ready.
I'm very, very upset. So I'm more boame. They are mourning with me.
Oh, is that ready?
If you Megan Tatia cries, yeah. Megan Tatia is mourning with me.
Fine.
No. Megan Tatia. It's not Megan Tatia no. So ni moi. Me catch your plane. Thank you. Megan Tatia no. Megan Tatia. Ontia say. Megan Tatia no. What? I may catch any plane. You plane fan.
Kofi. Oh, this Facebook then is not playing nice with me. Alright, we are live.
Auntie Mampoma will we asking her
no kwe.
So
hey,
when you're boy into Abasu.
Oh, okay. The boy now when you're into okay. That makes sense. And also so
Why never me akosia my love? Bra, me dem want to me din akese sa mo de be ya ubetio.
Yakusia so mo ntwe current kakra na akra
Oh, that we him akosia my love. Balance.
Mo ntwe current kakra na nipa so yomme. Online no.
Oh, friend me my love mami hu love ho adwuma. Let me see it.
Kwa chese mo mama meye bia.
No. Yeah, no, my best. Me momu number no de beto ha.
Oh, and say what any capital so the momo number. Yes, on nam and I just odi momo na just say momo ye ho sa.
The say me capital X 80.
Oh, okay.
Is that me jimu.
And a major tatia ne current.
Yeah. Ne wi ase de enka nya brabo na emu ya. Ka sister Benny boy. Bracket wa de o timi be jo sister Benny boy. Ta ma ne yi.
Say no ne be say kira o say say wo na mo no kwa say wo nye wadwuma yi.
Oni
yeah.
I say on fanya.
I say we be say I say we need more responsibilities bisa no like I say. Onye guy level. Guy level ni suru. Yeah, like I said, guy level ni suru bisa no. Wa won mention I say guy level wo form. Into no ne guy level wo suru into buy an with him no be fan so him bre no.
Yeah. Oh, the sister Penny. I didn't mean to be nyata. Hey.
Send the why na nim na o si won. I say ayi. Me na be say I say innocent girl.
I'm not working.
Oh yeah, no go na ni mani chiebu. Why na ni say abudi aban. Yawa.
Na the I'm not working. I'm not working as a woman.
Okay. You boko e na so onyum no.
Fine.
The man know thyself.
And then ebusian for my radio. Papa wa ma shut up away.
Okay. Never show ya bro.
Mungu anikinge na balaa kama hilo. Mumeo mimi kaniweka mahali pazuri hapa. Kaniweka vizuri na kaa vizuri hapa kwake. Sasa ikiwa nitakutumia mama inakuwa na mdhulumu. Na Mungu hawapendi watu wanaodhulumu haki za wenzao. Mimi mama mzigo huo siri kwa sababu ni dhulma. Wewe utaweza hiyo? Wewe na mimi tutaweza?
Hey.
Me say na me kwa kwa bio. Inti musu be hunya na let me join internet so na me say ya.
Bra fofo. We obetimi de.
And you know when answer Henyamin day. With God,
Ebotum. Everything
with
is
God,
possible.
everything is possible. It's, you know,
Mm.
be anywhere or amazing. Now dear me select Nkomoh Nkitinkiti Facebook. Then a copy a cover.
Capital.
Yeah, how did that happen? I'm trying to add Nkomoh Nkitinkiti momuno anye. Where's Nkomoh Nkitinkiti? Yeah, right there. Much better. We need to promote that page. Okay, all right. It was for yeah that munyina se mesere mo me hu me bluetooth so obi me beja obi ho a mesere no we are on famre me why na my yeah obi an checking his side obi an checking his side and say me beja to her
Where are you?
Atlanta had the near.
BB
Anano.
okay and no yeah we just melima obi a na ako na araba because I can't think far. I can't think madness. And
Yes,
if I wanna hokra
yes, so yen you have a Bluetooth for better fabra na Bluetooth na enka ho.
bum
Enka ho.
bum.
Enka ho me dey pet 2021 me pay fruit ni ho kam ni matters biala. E pet trouble sa. Me la adere fabra. Ono nka ho.
Correct.
Ebi
It's not part of the deal.
and why do you there keep ma wasana ba.
Me libra. My other view.
Thank you. I don't know how to be Adam.
Yeah, lay ajida basis here.
Temple.
Okay.
Fabra.
I resonate. If you are out in your car,
She's staying out of the conversation, and I think I'm with her.
Out of this.
Oh, y'all can stay out. Y'all can stay out.
Yeah. We don't want to be witnesses for. Yeah. No.
That my what sister said there. Mono definitely.
No, because me go on now.
Yeah, Papa, it question. It question.
Papa, what was your master?
I'm trying to remember because I had it all. And then all of a sudden, no, no, Makaja, Yamabina, Womelin, so no Makaja Bukana, no, I thought those some and say no, how you are from I so have for need to come will be answer from me now because I'll need it tomorrow. And say no.
Mpocho, awu obeje wo fie bia kotwa ho ata kotwa ho na faji bi.
Oh yeah, two. Look, this is the other one. Aka the other one.
Auntie akopia.
Yeah, oh
no mutu no fo. Onje na sansu beja ko ho no nkotwa ho. Na no obi obeje bi o mi fie be moko ekotwa.
I'll make enemy of progress, enemy within. Make an we don't go back. Yeah, call on Kajet. I don't know yet do be Adam.
Onkeje next one so onkeje obi fufu ni fie. Na ebien
oh, sorry.
Na wonche.
You better bring it. Oh, if it's a chocolate,
okay.
Bring it.
Whilst we are waiting,
we are waiting for the Bluetooth.
Go fear boy, we are waiting here. By the end of this, we have to find baby or one on text him back door. Na imagine us. Go fear boy, Yamuakaba. Ghana Judas, Yakaba. Father Bacchus on your boss, say Vim. Until my puma on Semakacho on interview when your boy. And in fact, information reaching me important say on him.
Any
But
about
then,
Hey, and I'm out in Kwan.
yeah, but I don't know a secret in me person me come obiati.
Oh, okay, okay,
Right.
okay,
So
okay. Yeah, so in secret,
yeah,
you have to keep it. Yeah, yeah,
exactly. I mean you be
yeah.
a will come was some chire me make a catch me nam na make a
Yeah,
catch
yeah, yeah,
I'm
because
not
we
that
see,
type
yeah,
of person.
we see a wholesale. Yeah, I
Right.
know,
So
I know,
I'm
I
just
know.
going to keep that for now.
Yes,
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Oh
yeah,
no,
yeah. I second you. I second you. This is something we need to, yeah, because
I'm not coming
so
to
Obia
social
on
media
him side the to me make
and
say,
tell everybody
yeah,
say
say
Auntie
yes,
I'm
on
a boy on him.
on him.
I'm not
Yeah,
that
we
type
can't
of
do that.
guy.
We
I
can't
don't
do
do
that.
that. I
Yeah,
keep
we
people
can't do that.
secret.
Yeah, it's very important.
Safe for me. Hope.
Very, very important.
Catcher must say one can't show piano, one can't show any point in Zana. I
I mean, Kevin, but still, that one too. He said I shouldn't tell anyone.
Yeah.
So it's not something I'm going to tell anybody. No,
It's not like we want to do it. It's also yes. Papa, I second
no.
you on this one because Kevin tell us say it's how they be or why. I
Yeah,
mean,
but na
yeah.
social media
Debbie,
and
Debbie,
can't
Debbie,
show
Debbie, Debbie. Yeah,
yeah, say
say
that
Atiama Pomenya boy on him. Ah, Debbie, that Debbie, Debbie, Debbie. It's not in our. It's not in our way saying. It's not.
Nope.
Come on.
Yes,
We
We are
yes.
not.
can't do that. Yeah, it will be
We
out
are
of
not that
character for
type.
us. And Papa, me boy.
No, yeah, we don't do that. Anything,
Yeah.
BBN, I will call her back door and
Yeah,
discuss with her.
yeah.
And so,
Because of the relationship that we have, we go way back.
welcome and congrats to you in advance. Alexander Boatin Hifford, also so Yamo Akwaba, evangelist Ishmael Okule Akwaba, Akosia, so ne Dieni, Jeremy, so Yamo Akwaba. Why bio.
Please.
Chokobila. So I'm trying to reconsider her, but a long story. It's a long story, but yebehe. And the second in command, Ajua Nsiyamu Akwaba. Why bio. Hajia Binta Akwaba. Oh, and I'm sweetheart. Long, lost and found. Sweetheart. Friend of Vicky Newton. Long, lost and found. Yes, Vicky. Honestly, TV and radio personality for London.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and by Wednesday, Bia or sorry, Shehen, and Sana Wada. And Vicky, Ichiao, thanks for staying up with us. Why bio? Okay, I guess I know on to me boni padin back on Bobia din be 10 on so Abba. And Irene Pia and so Landy Vera on so the whole squad and then what can come. Okay.
If you thank you, okay.
Yes, me in the pawn shop you Mati Medasi. Okay, so to say the name no last week Hajia Binta and she got voted for the personality of the week. Now, honestly, we are going to listen to the video for the first time. So the atemo, so my fans, so we doesn't know at all. Entino, momenti ni haji akika chire.
Yantio.
And I'm using ebo minana.
Hello, AG, Nkitinkiti family.
Still Emma.
Hello, AG. Hello,
Eba.
Papa. Hi to all the
Me
people
mum
that
na
contribute to Nkomoh
because of
Nkitinkiti. I have learned a lot from Nkomoh Nkitinkiti, and I've used it, and it worked like magic.
because of a
Nkomoh
simple
Nkitinkiti is a very
reason.
educational program, and I wish that Nkomoh Nkitinkiti continues to go on for many more years. Every
Thank
Wednesday,
you.
I look forward to come and watch Nkomoh Nkitinkiti, and I can't wait to learn and have some fun. I wish
Okay.
Nkomoh Nkitinkiti the best. Bye,
Okay.
everybody.
Bye,
Nkitinkiti
everybody.
family.
Thank you.
We love
Hello,
you.
Abusiafo.
We
AG.
love you.
Hello,
Mwah,
Mama.
mwah.
Hi to all the people that contribute to Nkomoh.
Okay. Unfortunately, mentumi ante but sɛ mo nyaa mo ate deɛ a
Ah,
ɛn deɛ ɛbɛfa no saa. All right, Ekuya, yɛnkɔ.
Me pacho ma send you video bi mpɛ sɛ wobɔ ma me na afei me de dwudwu makoma because na me bu asi afu no. Bese na bo ayi baako nso am ayi na me de send you audio.
on a fine girl.
Oh yeah.
Aja bi ta o te hen. Eba be sra wa.
Yeah, the aji say auntie.
Thank you.
Yeah, the aji
I
say
think
one
so.
check.
Over New York, Anna.
Oh, the man.
I think so.
Okay, then I want to.
Cranberry ako.
Meji dia.
Mega rough.
No, about tre.
No way, oh, yeah, Haja Bintana Biana. Ah.
Oh my God.
So, I don't know more than a Netflix, Nana. So, yeah, Netflix sound.
Ari na papa mpɛ no oya wo ho na.
Are you even watching? Are you even watching?
Ne tuam no mana. Mi sa so ya ma. Ah, look.
Vicky, thank you, Vicky, thank you. Anyway, na baako na audio de untimi mo.
Audio Ben.
Oh, drop, Peter, drop. Anyway.
What the hell is my Bluetooth?
Oh, Charlie, you didn't quite say. You mean I need to drop Peter, drop. I brought more. Drop Peter, drop. Peter, drop. Peter, drop. Peter, drop my letter to my lover. I don't know where he dropped it. I'm not gonna find. Lo, Peter, Somebody la talk malata man probialo.
Hello. I like the.
Oh, Charlie, you didn't quite say. I need to drop Peter, drop. I brought more. Drop Peter, drop. Peter, drop my letter to my lover. I don't know where he dropped it. I'm not gonna find. Lo, Peter, Somebody la talk malata man probialo. Hello.
Hey, Ekuya, look who is here.
Isaac Buffy.
I don't know. Hey.
Hey, Isaac Buffy. Or some ya Buffy. Or some ya Buffy. What by Emma Wakwaba? Ebusiafo. Officially, yema obibia ajo obia kwaba mo amohwe wo Facebook ye pamocho wo join ya na wabomodia excuse me wabomodia like na wa share no invite obi na ono so aba bekan ho na ye di nkomo aye ba bedi because me nkomo na I don't know. I think say me tea story no me buafua ma minim say me bufo ne efua me bia beka ho say den I don't know. Now akosia we okay. Asema make musrem ntem asum na muntie ne yie mame. Salt ase because medwa rough, medwa style bi. What I say? Yenua baby na washia brantie, akona kama omo didi ho nkomo ate say omo get to know each other. Oba ne woba baako. Na be man feel say time aso say o say den ebusuafo ye den ehun emiti no. Enti odi oba ne kwochie na ebusuafo. To de oba ne kwochie na ebusuafo nkomodidie mu ana ne maame bisa say oba yi uhia ne wen na be man ka ba bi ohia no na etise no so omihia no wa ha na oba baako maame ji kuma na tikwa apai wonte ase se adenti na ne ba no first of all ba bi ade ba ni hia girl no kire se girl no kura onye yirepa ba bi ohia girl no onye yirepa 2 adenti na wakofa oba owoba na wakofa ne so one ne ba betena na oba baby ohia ne de kire se daachi bi ohuni oba okaso ware oba na oba na enye yirepa e no san wo ba enti mi question ne say enti se baby a wo be hia obi a opese woni ne bobra no eno na be kire baby a mpomponso amodi aware na na se whatever relationship wo be kwa kuduru ana se wo ba na eno kire se wo de se wunye nipa na say I can't think far ako. Why is your face like I can't think far. I can't think madness.
Okay.
So woba say baby a wuhia oba no. Akobe say baby a wuhia oba no. Ekse say oba no enyo oba papa. How does where you meet somebody define the future of your relationship? And how does oba no having a child got to do with anything? What am I starting free, Papa? Me go. Just tell baby.
I say me. Okay.
Me just tell baby. Like how does I just don't get it. Say baby, I will share oba no. It means say we share oba no. Sorry them with the another oba no be or your papa because we share no. Sorry them.
Number 2 share anyway.
They met at a restaurant. Restaurant no say bar, say pop, say whatever it is. Somewhere to a sorry for no. It's an holy place to meet somebody. Enti mi pese mi hunu say, enti o say mi ko dwom, mi ko grocery store na ko shia bema. Na bema no, but they expect because we share no grocery store there, me your buy ye worry. Like I Papa, oh dear. Yeah.
Okay. Ebusiafo nse asem we die. Mama let's handle this with logic instead of emotions because for our experience they have been through stuff, seen stuff, and know things are ebeche answer yatiasie. And you will be almost tifoma or mubehuno. You just say you could not abansuru be answer you. So sometimes bibi open move kano. It might not make sense to you at that time. But maybe when you take your time and listen to the logic very well, you might know where they are coming from. One. So let's go with Bebia Osi Oshi Obano. Okay. So if say you meet a person at the club, now Odinu Kofi, now Mami Bisao say, and him for na Ushi Obawe, Usio Yakushia Sasa Bakuno Saira. Yakushia discotheque. Yako discotheque ne Yakushia. Now, the first thing that will come to Oma Mia, young funny say, Ebioye, Maku, Baku Penny, or Asoribi, SDA, PK Auntie, Painful no more there. The first thing that will come to her mind and they say, Obadi and Uncle Unanam discotheque, then. Oh, ukɔpɛ den wɔ discotheque hɔ. Ɛna ɔbaa wɔkɔhyɛ wɔ discotheque no, ɛna kyerɛ sɛ ne life nyinaa ɛhɔ no ɔdi ne life nyinaa. Na why pa na ɔpɛ sɛ ne ba ɛkɔ ware obi a ɔn deɛ discotheque a ɔpɛgya ne ho anwummerɛ biara yɛnkɔ disco, yɛnkɔ bronsa, yɛnkɔ yɛse. Why pa na ɔbɛpɛ sɛ ne ba ɛware obi a de biara na ɔmo nenam disco. You understand? Ɛhɔ na wokɔhyia no, so the first instinct a maame no bɛdwene sɛ ɔbaa no de biara na ɔwɔ. Ɛna good thing is say bisa ne ba ne sɛ ɔno yɔkɔyɛ dɛn na ɔkɔhyia no ɛne deɛ mfa ho. But ɔbaa ne deɛ no ɛna ɛyɛ important ma maame no sɛ na ɔbaa yi so wokɔhyia no wɔ he. I mean ɔbaa a ɔnenam disco deɛ ɛdɛn pa value bɛn pa na ɔde bɛbɛ, because they of the opinion say ɔbaa deɛ ka wohyia no wɔ asɔre a ekwan biara so no kyerɛ sɛ yɛde nyamesuro ɛna atete no, ɔde nyamesuro ɛna ɛbɛbɛ ebusua ne mu, ɔde nyamesuro na ɛbɛtete nkwaraa no. What I say, ɛnti no, being that the woman or your parents raised you up in a Christian way, no, once you find someone of the same standards, no, you'll be good. Now, if you're raised in a Christian way and then you go and meet someone who is like all over the place, no, ribi, no, shibi, no, yes, there will be conflict, there will be confusion. So, in order for you not to be confused, in order for you not to have differences in standards and values, they want you to meet someone or live with someone who have same values. And no problem be any Sunday so be any say Sunday and no pass in the say and walk sorry. And you'll be a Saturday or because a discotheque akobro abedana Sunday or Chalemina Minko unko akobra. I say so they feel like that person might draw you back, you might end up backsliding because sawakophobia, you don't have the same values with that person. Now, ebano asem, okay, and you'll be no ye good with enkwara. And no obi ho no ne bakra pono on to me relating well with that child, let alone obi froba. Oh, we are there obiba and yaoba. No matter what you do, typical example, Miss Bell, Okofo obiba for 16 years on your class oba. Washa crown 16 years was 12 years. At the end of the day, this child turns 19, and all of a sudden, we who say, me mami ankasa oho. So wo bema no oba pona yaye ni say na wo bema. What is the guarantee say won so ube bo akola hu ka hwe na owie university then they realize say wo kwampo wo ye ne papa. And say no, why am I wasting my time on you? And so sometimes I am paying for no more can say yeah, from afar no, we might think say no more kind of, but it's out of experience, things that they've seen, things they've observed, things they've been through, and you know they've been through people they know that have been through. And so no, they don't want you to go through that same thing. And you know what they can foresee. Yeah, they will rush into it, but they can foresee and try to take us away from it. But you better rush into it. And you know, maybe the kaka mechanic said.
Papa, Mpachon bese mi bisa o question kakro.
This a question kaka.
Enti se metini wo kana se I say who agree with what maame no eka based on abia values ni morals are abia identity be man. So yemfa ne say abia oba no pop hole say restaurant or whatever what the environment I will share no yemfa ne say abia she was going through something and Adam Fubiaka so ebia yenko just to go clear your head. And now say ebia there is ebiomu kwakudidi or they're just going to sit there to have fun or something. What has that got to do with her character though?
Going through some things and yeah, I sorry they know akobo mpae. Now, uti
Papa, enye bibia de kwa sorry dem ko bompa ye. What if so akwa sorry
in
ko
all
bompa ye
things.
no? Into a fool say bi opese okotena baby na odwedwe ne ho or relaxing himself na bi or sippy bi on a drink coke and it does not mean say wakotena ho no ko discotheque and so okọ winsa and so okọ smoke. It doesn't necessarily mean that. And I mean this just anyway. Oh dear, Ako, I'm writing my pointers now. I'll come to you, Papa. I'll come to you. I don't like what you. Yeah, Ako.
You.
Ako, I'm very, 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 very mad.
Minchia TFO, you know.
Very nice.
It will say a beer. Yema minimum and you maybe they can see through certain things or they can kind of predict the outcome. But you're not bringing a oba oko club nye oba ye wa no dia. And you're not bema oko club and so nye bema ye wa no.
No, so no dear. Bema dear ono.
Bema di oba.
It's
okay to accept it, but oba di no. For the why?
Yeah, oba dear. So you find say bi a why now say woni every once in a while say woni ukunu and as a boy mu ye any relation that's obekọ there. It's understandable, but oba dear on kwan nam discotheque sa for what?
Who Bema no so for who koye den with discotheque o. And we like
Bema dear most of the time boys.
And oba no so the girls.
No, girls, you don't go to discotheque, sir.
Hey.
Na say around one mahan can branch no Asia. So about one thing.
Maybe on or picnic and I say grocery store and I sorry pop crusade be. I don't know, you know, say you guys have the similar values.
And
but discotheque
that is to say Obano is of good values. You see that the hypocrisy in the Ghanaian community or in the African community, no, and then and ama wari bebre enyinya na asay no enyinya na enyinya efu I didn't friend say who said you mean sin canon because get we the me shia no sorry them ye nya me sro woni mu wo de ne kwotena fia no ada ne jata ye be kan ya adwen a kire mo no de there be there be we Ako de come on, first time here, welcome.
But oh my welcome. First time texter. Capito, you are welcome.
Yeah, what
about
Alaji Capito.
I sorry them four girls no crap be crying say at least so for be ma be a minimum no so for be ma be a minimum.
Me fashionista ba kope and what the other to her mamma. Ebam. Thank you. Oh, young Connie say, disco bar enter any girl who hasn't been to a disco before is not a marriage material. Period. Simple.
Ebam.
You gotta know it all. Then because I didn't even know what the disco survive because people explore, right? Good. Penisa, you would rather want say or ye be other. Now if you want no. Na point crown say so warrior. As a utna dem. Now kwa sorry.
Bianca said to Nademu. Obianca, okay, now oba na wo question with disco now also be wine. Do you know how many memo we show mu with disco? Omo aye ni omo be answer wo be wa jun say wo be wine.
Omo aye di omo be say.
Oba de bia no nam disco de woni memo do do.
Emma no mo na sorry dem so no unim presiding elder any deacon ni deacon hwan form so ma reomo unim
chances o share percentage na o share o just presiding elders.
This doesn't make
no median man versus disco for na disco ni e be say 90 presiding elders then e be 10.
Na mpacho mi bi se wayenye bia se oba mpese obedi na obetimi edi no de.
Oh, It depends you. And I'm a very, very, very good question upon the webisano. Discotheque here on enemy. Say the bibi fra once a woman walk obeying. Discotheque here on me. There's no way I will quite sorry. That case, you know, or the and I say choir masters and I BB or the BB Abeeku someone. I sorry the end there. I don't know. More than likely, Mumi and Nina and Matias.
Me pacho wo. Who them girls are some say oh yanko counseling. Yanko counseling. I am counseling them no. Who them girls are such church you so oh yeah counseling. Oh yeah private one. Ah yeah
100%. I don't know 100% what gender. But this kono ebi a wabro.
Bra wo kasa. Mimi so asem kakra. Uti ya wa le Jerry Kills ya o de lie ato ho boy kesi ya ginya me bia okuru. Obi a wonim bia na me ka kiro. Me nua be ma wono mo nsada, no wono mo nsada. Na mom club ne de mi bisa. Wa ko bi da.
Oh yeah.
Enti wono mo nsa. Wo club ha no mo nsa. Wono mo nsa.
No, that's a make us say ebia na okosia na wabro. How many people? We in partner.
Dabi. Bia ni bebia. So wuti we wono mo nsa. E na wono mo nsa da. Na utimi ko club man ye ya. E de na kire se obi su ko club a kire se ba ko se wono mo nsa.
Oh, but what's the percentage? Nimpa do same pa. Me as of now, see I'm here. So once me wa club, my club not like for instance, the last time me call club, I'm saying about 2 months ago, Killer Kefi Germany by no CMP. Me call after 30 minutes, me contemplate because I am so out of place. Okay, so I'm talking about right now. Back in the day, no. I don't know. Most of the time, boys were challenging me. Okay, make we go.
Yeah, mo ya den. Who say won no
one na ya sa.
Nkwa na ya wosa. Woni mema na esa.
Oh, so obi super so sa dia. Ye ne sa, but obi am person obesa.
Eti asaboni ya na nka those years ukwasawa club nti. And after so oba bia wo club mu a wonye marriage material.
I mean, I'm just saying, say, Uncle Badie, and it's a way she and baby, I wouldn't say high standards and high values are assured. What I say,
but high standards and values
depending on your background. If you were raised up in a Christian home, you want to make sure say Oban so similar background. Nya fena. Odi bibia ba
maybe Nkomoh we odi yankuye ni but ade ne say eti ne krakra ni say oba won Kristoni ana won fra sorry de on
krakra say our parents know a lot more than we do.
Eti ya ma nti omunya ni sumu
ko ni fi kra po se man fa nka ho de tese de ye me bufu kra se ma me ne kra san ka ho ni say ai wo de won hwe ayeti say emma omuye ayi radio ni TV adwuma yi wo ma hu say omo nye ma ye ware because omo ware ye nche na agu nti o te say oba bi say okohia no wo club sa na be ye enche na ware ni bu
sa no omo nam ha na ye kwe event wa ha na ye kwe say wa ha na ayi we invite me na me be host ayi show ha o kwa na wo she papa mu ne ade bebre bi na Charlie tricky. Tricky. Oh. Very, very, very tricky.
How person children say? Yeah, ma me kro no ana say di pa kro no. Okay, ya hu asem wo.
You see, I think say the woman just don't like the girl and she's finding every and any excuse in the book to give, because how ushia obi and two person say ukoshia obi so ye tattoo and I say ukoshia no tattoo parlor, it means to say I mean on your marriage material and
exactly
adult
You see, and
I'm sorry, I about becoming because so far something in I can't be.
You let me
That's
say
I come.
only one I can be. Yeah, can you see, and you must say, as a single mother myself, it really upset me. Say
Okay,
this day and age, like
I'm
okay, Mami Arbakasa, like Mami Arbakasa.
I said
Don't
Papa, me Papa Canadian, Akusia Canadian. Don't go backward, Papa. Let's all you now back. I feel what.
Me dem call papa na can answer. I could we na papa nko. I'm very upset.
Finish.
I could finish.
Hey, any media me yeah. Anja house help crowd is of my view crowd means in go. Na the
Okay, into my back.
Nya me ti hey bibia mu mi gina mu bi. Nti ebende. I don't mind anything.
La lie. Okay,
It's important. Get to know people before you judge them. Anymore.
Yeah. But what I mean, Kadi? Okay. Wakasa bebre, Papa Kebi. I agree with Papa to some extent. Wakapi, but AJ, I don't think say the decision the new order depends on the parents, right? What bad ebeshiam club. Mami bia na parents be any one ma introduce your girlfriend ekadeshian or club obey on board with it. Nobody. Just the kakrebi. Most parents will not like it. Into what why should it? I feel that Benin should prevent that conversation.
Okay.
We can say something else. Oh, we'll share with him fine. You can make up a story or something. You don't necessarily have to tell your parents say you met her at the club. And see, me, I'm not faulting the parents on the side of where you, because I personally do not think that where you meet a woman determines the character of the woman or how the relationship is going to. I mean, yet a chap with them. You chap profile what bro on your all the time. You I mean, the whole bag and yeah, on where you meet the person. Now, when it comes to a man and so, then again, I'll still say the same. Benin, whatever. Onyana mami na papa won decision to say there he shouldn't be with you because it should be that man's decision. Any man who comes to you and dates you for a while, not be more them excuse them. My parents don't like the fact that you have kids. No, yes, come. He is the one saying it. It's not his parents because then again, parents being here again. Or babies have questions. If I'm to if me find the milk or now, because any man at all is to go to the parents and say, oh, may share AJ, Dama, AJ Womba. They are going to ask questions, definitely. Was she married before? Did she get pregnant out of wedlock? They will ask all of these questions. At the end of the day, it's up to the man to convince the parents. Parents and so papa can say be obinaba onya obada. Ishane den kra onya. And I hen besiafu we have that subana ya wombana se benyin fofo be ware hena. We want to force our kids on that. I mean the financial responsibilities and everything on that particular man. Forgetting that I don't think it should be forced. The man
how I
Mami Arba, you're coming for me. You're coming for me.
Papa no wa papa no or do well. Why would you force
some women do it. A lot of women do it.
No. At the end of the day,
of force being for don't show one back.
That is the thing. I mean, if I'm there and you come and you say, okay, you know I have 3 kids.
AJ, you may not do it. You will not do it. But I'm saying some women do it. And then you even wonder the Mazan, why be a problem between them? Because she's all over the place talking about the fact that money and that alone sometimes no ogwa, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, family, there are so many dynamics. The other time, last week, I said something about your children and my children are beating our children. That is that kind of ebipana ononiba. If our bar or but only bar, sometimes no yankasa in the beginning of the relationship, we are okay. We are going to say all kinds of things, but as soon as marriage comes in, no, you expect certain things. The expectations, no, is what makes a lot of parents what caution one bar or bar. But then again, I'm just saying that Benino, although way okay, Besiana Mesha no wamba, but hey, I love this woman to death. Into more it shouldn't be the decision until my fault parenting so much, because parents is not going to watch out for you, the woman that is coming in. Obia watch out for neighbor or neighbor Benin origin, origin. Until you're entitled to say whatever she wants to say. But Benin no do make the decision. I'm done.
You see where I find some of these things very funny and convenient for some people. Se oba ko ware bema na bema ni womba. It's okay se oba ne be embracing kwala as new own way treat, but se oba ko ye dia bema no bema na busuafo be ka say you are forcing the kids on bema. Like, I don't get it. Mintias ye adinti na se mema ye dia okay, but oba dia enye okay. It's just
because bema for the most part anyway. Mama obapa ya Bua Kumi, I think it's her first time today. Yamana Akwaba, and then
Oba Akwaba, what about Nasi Menko? I heard it.
And I think the Sister G, so I joined Sister G once Yamo Akwaba. Okay, so here's the thing. Se Bema and Nkola or Nonkwan Nkola netia, more than likely, a bia Obanukra, she's no more. Because we all know, say, 9 times out of 10, when a marriage doesn't work, the kids, for the most part, will stay with the woman. You understand? So the moment the kid, Sister G, is that right? Ampa, the first time, ne? And I variety night, mom.
Variety night now. I think it's be Nkomoh Nkitinkiti there. And Sister G, Waba, Akwaba, Waba,
okay. So Obano, Oba will normally go, and Korano will normally stay with their anytime and Korano Bema Hono, more than likely it means to say the woman is not around, like she's not in the picture. Ebia Sebi Owu Afano Anase Witukwan. You understand? Like only around. But with a man for them, every kind for ex-husband not next door here, or not too far, 2 houses away down the street. What I say? So the dynamics are different. When children are staying with a man, more than likely the woman doesn't want to have anything at all to do with the kids, or she's not available. But for the woman to stay with the kids, which is the natural order of things, it doesn't necessarily mean he said the man is not available. The man is probably still hanging out somewhere around the corner. It's a different. So different. It's not the same scenario.
Okay, Papa Pacho makes me so I said, I thought okay, the answer my confused. Oh, chest Obana and Inqualanity. Ena Esana, the man is hanging around the corner. Now a corner means no hanging around the corner now. Is there a problem with that? Oh, rather than a brand January.
The BM said nay now akatikaka. Okasame shows of it, very responding.
No. Now bear money hanging around the corner. Not then naba. Is that Bear Macrono is worried and Nebusiafono is worried, say. And Kalane Papado ever been interfere in or name or ban relationship move. And I said, and I and Kamubenya and Kalane Papano has been cut off or what?
No.
Is that a threat to men?
No, it's not.
So what is it?
I mean, we've seen it time and time again where a man spends so much time, so much energy, so much money on kids that are not his, and then in the long run, the kids decide to go look for their biological father and ignore this man that has played the father role in their lives for decades. You understand? It causes a lot of psychological damage. So the whole entire time, all of a sudden, these kids know, say they are not. I'm not their father. So now they are going to look for their father. And the moment the father, and the funny thing is, they find their father, and because of the natural bond, especially sad part is, the man is not doing too good. The man's living condition and said papa out of pity and sympathy, who say all of a sudden all their attention is going to this person that was not in their lives for the past 20 years. Then all of a sudden they are making you feel your actual smoothness level. I want to actual, and for as long as the father is around, it's hard to put your stamp on somebody's child as your child.
Na me pacho wo se me so me ba mare na ukita mma na me be ye stepmother to some of no wo mo ma me no ono de wo mo o ma me gene ma.
And I make her say, for the most part, I mean, how many women do you know we jaya warrior or mumba papa neho?
No, enkwala na ni onipa na tie no na ye problem anase mofra na wonipa na bra bom no na ye problem. Pesa me tisa asem na tie. Enkwala na ni nipa na tie no na e ha adwene na na say the fact to say nipa no ye born one
so per APS narration, I'm looking at it as on your motia, you are going to take care of them as your kids. In the future, no, they might end up turning their backs on you.
Okay, me pacho
because it has happened many times. It happens most of the time.
Mama yanwini we so ho na sansem we no kind of no me feel say Ghana na emre bi ebetwam sansem we si ye ba kwantu mu a obi aye adwuma nyame nso na ye da na ase say emra ye adwuma wo kuro mu de kire se obi anwo sebe keke wo mpe keke ntunwu so obi na emehwe no ma etimum ye mra brochima mu kakra se umma papa etiase na wo ye adwuma na obo ne bra na bribia ya so onu mpo na wo se won hye nkwala na aban befa kwan bi so ama ya gibribi di ahwe nkwala no enti mi pese mi san bi sa biomo ehe na mmemme hwe nkrofo ma wakwantuo mu a akwaye kwase ebuo enti aso ba wo baba ako na so obi ahia no so obewa no a eno so ese ye problem sansem we no na me kan ye no ye krom na san nioma nisi na enemre yi e wa brochima mu emra ye adwuma no hwan na hwe obi ba hwan na hwe obi ba I just said be a circumstance no e very like really bad but when you hospital to take care of your children abai bema wo disika ambre nkwala no eti efa bi mu no mama yensusu sansam ne ho kakra
it's not just the money.
My thing is that my question is saying what is wrong with a woman having a kid? My question me, this is my frustration. Maybe the woman is not saying, say, come and take care of my kids. What is wrong with a woman having kids and meeting somebody and falling in love with the person or the person falling in love with her? What is wrong with it? I was saying, as a parent, you have to be against it so much to say, one more or Barney Felice as well, you're inferior because you deserve it to be loved. That's what I don't mean. What if we say she was in an abusive marriage or abusive relationship or and I mean so I
reasons why nebi based on past, based on experience, based on your papa can ye to adwene no ye hwe ni say Eti mesra was say baby I wokɔ no mete wase ya na ebufu ya but
But bema
de ɔde bema de nkwalaa ba ɔba ne de wo sɛ wogina wo hwɛ no without thinking say nkwalaa ne benyi no makɔhwehwɛ ɔmo maame
for the most part it's because the woman is not in their lives, period. I just asked you, how many marriages do you know that fall apart and the kids stay with the dad? How many marriages do you know?
Papa, this is a question. So, Benin, I mean, personally, ebi ande ma wara mo wombe. Ile bia bibisa na Benin na owomba so ba ma brabo mama kade yes. But for me, I think that me a single na miniba Benin or woba I'm worried. It's I say nobody first of all is forcing Benina or woba on any woman. It's a decision we women make. Meanwhile, the men would always think about the fact that but we easily accept the born one, born two men. And the question is, why do we do that?
Because
that's the question we should be asking ourselves.
And that's what I just told you. In the urban mindset.
What excuse that? What's the name? What is the name?
But is it true or not?
Times, no,
is it true or not?
No. The real mom, or it's not always the case there. No, some parents, mothers are there. It's just that I don't know what.
How many marriages do you know that have fallen apart and Korano or money papa neti?
A few. There are a few.
What is the percentage?
I don't
what
have
is the ratio.
I don't have that, but I'm still saying that.
For me, everybody that I know, I can think of over the top of my head. Every woman that I know that is not in their current marriage, they have the kids with them.
But it said that the mom's family members are there, and now they are not there. They are there. As my men we were, ne mammy will never pay. Would this stay? No.
No, but you see that's a little different because the kids are not going to grow up asking to go see their mother and then start a whole different bonding relationship because you are who they know. But for a man,
they are still in their kids' life, so the responsibility is not always on the stepfather. That's what I'm trying to say. Times has changed. Papa was American in Canasamo. Yeah, Kandasam. In the bring
and Canasam is the reality on the ground.
No, it's not about the reality.
The reality on the ground. So
like that. Papa, I know you just say number offer. You want to do that?
No, and that is where Benyini Kuno Baba in life no on you careful. That is where Benyini Kuno because there's no way.
So in other words, you're saying says a bema fufro ba obi abra bomwa e was or shese ni obeye close to obanima said ye be yan enkwala and Daniel Machi for him in the future.
There is a big possibility.
And there's nothing wrong with going to look for their father or their mother in the future. What I'm trying to maybe I me feel there. It should be a decision made by the man and not by any other person. Mesha AJ, Mesha Ayubi or one baby or one baby basa. Their father is alive. It's up to me, the man, to decide.
I saw a story.
AJ regardless of the fact that in Bofmano one papa or and the tendency that the kids can go back and look for their dad. It's possible. But if I can live with all of that, there is nothing wrong with me being with AJ, and obviously my parents should not be that stumbling block. That's what I am saying.
Let me tell you a story. Let me tell you a story. I think where can I find that video? A long time ago, about a month or so ago, Obi, a very rich man, right? The woman came to the marriage with a child, like a 6-year-old kid, and a papa he's rich until like the little girl lacked nothing. And now for the most part, most people don't even know so Anyane Bapu. Okay, this girl turns 30, finds someone or Obe Warino, and the man promised the girl, say he's going to take care of everything from kinkring to kankran of the marriage. Everything. Washa around decade to at least 6, so like 2.5 decades. Take care, and that is his natural role that we play as a father. Okay, for Akwalani or Akwalani life. Now, just like a month or so before the marriage, this girl goes to fish out ne papa. Okay, and then starts to bond with the father. Tells the father, say, "Oh, I'm about to get married in the next month or so." Then the father tells Akrani, say, "Oh, Bewaria, your biological father is the one that is supposed to give you away." So, girl way Buffy had the nerves to come and tell this man that has taken care of her for 20-something years, say, "We who the biological father and or panacho or best say, if he wouldn't mind that, Anka Oma Papa and walking to the aisle because on only biological father." Imagine that. So the man was like, "Yeah, sure, no problem. But I would mind using my money for the wedding." And so what could share papa? Forget about the 25 years we bonded. The baby. Start your new bonding with your child or with your father. Kofreno, no problem. If I have time, I'll come in as a guest. If I don't, all the best. And then boom, girl, no, they papa and nam say the man is wicked. The papa and penny. The man has taken care of you for 24 years. After 1 month, now you want your father to walk you down the aisle. You understand? Into ways some papa ne ekwa ware no na ne mami tu ne for say no oba we wo akwara nti be careful. Aka officer mami no waye ne bone anasa waye ne papa. Look how broken hearted this man was. Can you imagine how broken hearted this man would be for
Papa,
24 years?
I understand where you're coming from, but then
I
again,
wish I could see the story so I could.
What is wrong with you taking care of somebody's child? There's nothing wrong with it. And yes, she will be banned then. When you start, I don't need to be okay. Any pamugwa wrong so. If you see your woman, ye ingrates, you need kaye. No matter what you do for them, they will never remember anything. They don't have any sense of like reasoning to come to a point say, papa si mesi abome hoka wabre. No matter what say papa ene ewo aha say say me man say need you. Ono enso ho nipa bi sa so ho. E na fe amamre nso ho. What you say? Meka ni say. Emre so ye say ye me ho ade no. Masi be me edane ntokwa kese. Say no matter what, say me papa ti ase dia. Onye me ho ade mu biada. Just me papa. Papa yin so nya me ne net na ye wan hwe me. Eno so e sound the same.
Later down the line, it will come up.
No, because of amamrenti. What did I mention? There's so many instances and I say situations that let me put it this way, it differs. Mama with 3 examples were how already. Who should be bad now yet? And yes, she. Tiny patrol so. If they don't mind, or show be bad, the baby will chill, or shop our own me and funny on the office or yadoy.
I'm ready for him.
That is to add.
Me, say man toda, man peneda, man yan to so that, but a bad critical no. Necessary ye mwala because or no ne eba. And was sister nyasmesi amenye. Ubeden. You have to let it go. And we na yeden.
You see,
it imagine that I'm your stepfather be a wife me. A chop na me debe mano. Na ma
enye a chop pakra per se. No one say minim obia ne papa was not in the picture. Ne stepfather any raising na to so oni a obe worry. Obe oni kakra na papa ne started so oba picture him. And when she was about to get married, ne stepfather ne catch her and say, Do you want your father to be a part of this? And akwala say Debbie. And papa ne Stefan say no, I don't want that. Any sadia many papa now be walking with down the aisle. Okay, so in this case, and that is what the girl was supposed to do.
That's
not
a smart
go
girl.
say,
How many of them will be smart enough? In any case,
well,
Charlie,
that is what she was supposed. Yeah, kakra. Yo, ebusiafo. Ye mamu nyina akwa baby me da obi bia sese wa journey and have this conversation. Conversation is very dear and near to me, pa, because just I can't think far, but yenko pesika kakra entu yebotom. Edwumaku a aso yasene enana dwife a hu program ife fe fa chese. Akosia te polish ya chese papa so Canada ma me araba so nani abrin hu meja entertain. Is sponsored by Top Hub. None other than Top Hub. Top Hub ye app via ubetimi a download the our phone so or laptop or so any device via will be just say downloadable to anything via between anything it makes me download now what subscribe it. Don't just download it, download and subscribe to the channel. No ubenya movies bebre every week the movies for neighbor every week every day so updating no intini bomodia na download the Top Hub na subscribe it. And then again to say any virtual event or per se you host wa bomodia na contact Top Hub na yen twantum ma fe na te say bibia demu correct make can for Top Hub ama edit say me enu aneja me di twa me yi say Valentine's Day ya be say eja me ni Top Hub na te say ye be di no ye twa ni speed this na te say love movies in eja ye hwe na ye di chi ye we say da me na te say single man dey say ye you don't deserve love Top Hub na te say ye dey hwe how far nti abusuafo we can for Top Up ama but more than download it.
Finish what you're because you're playing rough.
Hey, get away here. Hey, Philomena, I see another one. No. What is this? How can a woman on top of the man in the matrimonial bed? That is how she will come up.
Hello, boyfriend.
I am Belinda.
Femi's girlfriend.
Femi's what?
Girlfriend.
I am dating a married man and didn't even know it.
It's okay. Tall, dark, handsome, pink lips.
Your cousin is your gay partner?
Ken is not my cousin.
Of course not.
Maybe we can make things out. We can just work this out.
What out?
Who are you?
My name is Sam. I'm her boyfriend.
He wasn't lying when he said he is your boyfriend.
No.
Mom, you can't be serious.
I am.
And you go date someone my age?
Age has nothing to do with love.
Oh, really?
Age is a number, pa. Age is a number, pa. We are treated that. We are treated ewo. Nkomoh Nkitinkiti so that say, yeah, I mean, I think say yeah, starting early times we treated that say, just say, what dear, just say, I'm not thinking far. I'm not thinking far. So my question is, how? I can't think far, I can't think madness. And asem no ahyɛ so. Say, odi oba bebe fie. Na wabusuafo beka kyerɛ wo say, oba we dey because oba ana baby a wuhyia no enti no. Onye marriage material. So then are you trying to tell me say senka mikoshia no wa sorry dem dia ana mikoshia no park so ana mikoshia no picnic like papa said ana senka mikoshia no we dia eno de be okay basa mikoshia be ma wo fie na me de be ma ne be fie na me ka say ma be ma mi shia no club my mom should be okay with it but oba ne de it's not okay with be ma ne ma.
No, your mom should also not be okay with it because
for the most part, what has location got to do with anything? Location does not determine the person's character, or it does not determine the future of your relationship.
If you don't know someone, the only way you can guesstimate the person's character is what they do, where you meet them, and all that stuff. The outside one is what you can use as a measure of the person's character. What you are saying? For the most part, at least if the physical aspect is calm and conducive enough now, which me have before you get into the other side of it. Now, who go show be na say outer say Obia club wabro chumwashi chumna.
It's not about wabro why washitum. Oni pay ushiano wambro ye BBNC ye. You see, my thing is that minimobia ne mame was just like she was all over this girl because she was a homemade girl. She's a wholesome girl. She's a wholesome girl. Oh, or sorry, or tonyum or kwamu, or yes, and everybody else that knew this girl outside of Sanya Meninano, just said, near my mini yet or need shank of one poor, and will be training and near bay ewo. Oh, Jina, sorry, demo. And yet or time, and yet or time. Say gay pong or pong, sorry, no. Or what are you when you came on what you send when then you could nine obviously night club and Nancy Gin set up by who? What has the location of where you meet somebody determines your relationship with the person?
Serious.
It plays a very big role. Big role.
So if somebody meets me, Papa, Papa, and he say event. Event. Na ebia say MC and na red carpet and na say and not even just being there at the event. Na say ni. Na obi aba be shia. If I say one obi aba be shia, not work akwochia ne maame. Ne maame so ko shia the party
event. Okay, what's the event? Event.
Na event no alcohol ni ho.
Event be an alcohol was how many clubs na alcohol in you? And you event be an alcohol but how many clubs and alcohol anyhow?
There are a lot of non-alcoholic bars and restaurants Papa, there are lots. We just don't know. We just don't know. Meaning baby, but some are there.
There way. Because if you just say they are there,
no. So Papa, you're trying to tell me, say the location of where you meet somebody determines the relationship.
You cannot. You say you don't walk around with X-ray machine to tell the person's inner beauty and all that stuff. You go by what you see.
Maybe high life get that. Let me share. Never or
when a disco.
I say, "How you be there, sir?"
Obia no besai. Eho yenton san ho na aka say obi o abro.
All restaurant pubs or whatever it's a club setting. That's what I'm saying. Like, how is that? It makes the person a bad person.
Hold on, Ernie. Turn your put it on auto rotate and turn it this way now and fill the screen in my Pacho.
Papa, let me ask you a question.
Perfect.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right? If as no coffee, I accept him. because she's sharing what you put in. And then you later find out that she's a party girl.
Oh, say you find you more than likely you find all these things out before you go and introduce them. You don't meet someone and then you go and introduce the person to your parents. You find out that okay, this girl is not my type of girl. She likes to party too much. I don't like that kind of thing. And then you even take your parents through that.
Why you born again?
Then that's a different story altogether.
That's a different. And now, find out the club or not, and be on your kuntim. I bet you put them on
and that's what most people do.
Doesn't come.
That is what most women that are looking for husbands do, because we've been brainwashed to this point that so we'll pay it and I say we'll pay kuna sorry say be making sure so be join kwano and that's all be
girls.
There are some parents who don't care. Maybe I will share over and say if you're lucky to have that kind of parents, and then that's fine. But yes, you know, said your family, they are very image particular. They are very tradition particular. So why take your own self through the stress of knowing very well? Say if you're like I was saying, if you're a scholarly person as a whoopia or your best bet is the library. If you are a religious, yes, if you're a religious person and you know say your family values are based on religious tenets and principles, your best bet is a convention. That
so okay, so Papa, okay, I'll come to you, Papa. I'll come to you, but let me, Mamma, Papa, you see,
what they do.
Mamma, you guess that, Papa, then maybe I'll come to you. So, like, if you meet
different types,
if you meet somebody at a strip club, it's you know what? I'm just okay.
No, hey.
Hey, Randy. But I could the way I'm expecting you to react, you're not reacting. Cry. What the whole cool be like? This is okay. It's not okay.
Any and Father Bacchus will agree with me 100%.
It's not okay. It's not okay. Any Father Bacchus, yeah, Mamuna Aju, Emma Makwaba.
Medasi.
Anyway, Father, any them say, and then no first time I offer, and then the second time.
I've been coming.
Oh, okay. All right, Pacho. Mama, about me, so mute yourself for me. Why?
Rough.
Any Pacho, what didn't you come me? Ako is just not giving me the mullah I need. You're not mullahing me.
Okay. I think I normally sometimes I watch us drift away from the original question, Kakra.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we are kind of doing the same thing tonight. The original question was, what share will be? Na Emma may say, Abia or Benti, Abia or.
That wasn't it. You didn't listen to the original question was, make a story. No, into the question was, does the location where you meet or be your partner determines the character of the person or determines the future of the relationship? And does it even does it matter?
I think I got it. That's where I was going. But okay. Yeah. Let me answer the question. It matters.
Okay.
Our side of the world, sometimes say assembly affect kasa ayana ye ketrema kakra. But I affect you obia yes kasa a different kakra. But I don't know whether it affect me or somebody else. I think the truth should be told. And the truth is, yes. I mean, look at where the conversation drifted to. It drifted to say na obi oha ukofenima we na when you do 20 and 30 was okay make papa. To avoid all these complications, in America say because those all that can be avoided. And obia per me to me or ma ain't me share obi now was say one to me and worry bema or one ma abra nipa kro no nima metina see perfect ebe ya anka that is the best anko ya mami na bia me na me make a wrong choice and I makofa abon 2 born 3 it doesn't mean say I should force somebody to accept that. A problem, don't get me wrong, it's a problematic lifestyle. Ain't it? So what do you come out be? Don't be the one to determine whether the person should accept you or not. And yeah, normal. But yeah, you're carrying a burden. It's as simple as that. And so be jiwa na wo ye wo favor kakra na nye say e wo say wo do ho be compare obi a woni ma. Life is a much simpler that way. If you ko worry obi a woni ma wona na wo ma. And the first one me pacho.
Any me pacho me person me bisa question kakra. Sebeti asema wo kana sia. If you are a woman with kids and a man is marrying you, the man is doing you a favor.
The same way a man with kids, I'm not sexist here. The same way a man with kids, she's doing you a favor because you're carrying a burden. It doesn't matter who is. I want to nominate a host in Kakra. Say or different. No, not now. Bemano. Araba point. Or no. Or no, I want to nominate because I don't think it differs whether it's a man or a woman. Yes, in the case, Abiana, most of the time, and Kwarana end up with the woman, but it doesn't make it any different. A Bema or woman, so complicated. Now your finances are also distributed. It's all those things. It brings instability to the home, kakra. Ain't Bema or the same thing. Now let me go to the first one. The same thing with now we can say. Maybe a location we share or ban if it determines the future kakra. Now me here a company and I was in sales, right? And what they taught us is say obi walk through the door. You have about 30 seconds to create an impression about you. Otherwise, they form their own opinion about you. And the longer you take, it gets a lot harder to change that opinion they formed about you. But I think I make an say. Ain't we are say if you don't know all the details, you can only go by the generalizations of how things are. To say America highway, you when you probably pay now credit I say because we are raving a ball and a hospital bills, but won't mean because I'm a car and can still by all means somebody can't they will pull your credit. If your credit score is low, I'm sorry, we can't help you. That's all they will go by. Your excuses or the exceptions or your situations does not really matter. And I think that life is the same way. But yes, it matters because I mean, there are exceptions. Don't get me wrong, there are exceptions, but I'm sorry, you're better than club. Yes, it's as simple as that.
So, Ernie, so you're trying to tell me, say, if you meet a woman in a club or a pub or a restaurant setting where it has alcohol and other things, or I mean, the environment doesn't look like a church scene or a fellowship where people fellowship or whatever it is now. Obano is not a marriage material like this woman is saying. I mean,
I'm not saying
does the location really matter though? Like I'm trying to understand because you can meet somebody in a church house and the person can be a she devil.
Yes. And Tina Maker said there are exceptions to every rule. Who's an American? And an American said, who's a member example, they form their opinion about you based on their general appealing of Abia was a neat shirt, a neat person. Abia that day no kwani be account shirt but hey, that's life. The same way with credit as my making. Abia situation being a man credit, yes, and I say be Obano club or just to clear her mind. Said they will start your kind. But to be honest with you, nobody has time to go through all that details. See, they can only draw a general conclusion about you based on what life is about. And that is what we all know. So yes, there could be somebody at our club or way better than so far or sorry them. But generally, and the word is generally, no, say club there, bebre na ekwo no ekonom nsa and suban no a little you know what to expect from there kakra. The same way we say na of course eka say oh Brian I'm refuge you near share headphones. Sorry.
Abeeku.
Papa.
Now papa now of course eka say papa Oko club but one no months. Why did you think it was necessary for you to voice that out? Because most people who go to club drink. It's in the case of exception. That's why you needed to voice that out. You said it because a news. Obiko club now on no months. It's interesting. Why? Because the good percentage of people who go to that club and no months. And what is wrong with somebody concluding say, okay, we'll be our club, the A, most likely, or no months. And yes, there are exceptions. I want to add a ref, but generally, the good percentage of people who go there, it was buy you have to expect from there. The same way on my question, yes, minimum they are the worst, but generally, we know behavior so I say expected from a sorry for versus Obia or club. That I think that is why if our parents now okay say she don't know you, she don't know your detailed lifestyle, what brought you to the club, but generally when him say my work club here so by way na as we expected from yes you could be the best person but until she get into that nitty-gritty way of your exceptional life she can only draw the general conclusion. I think there is nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, that's CB. Father Bacchus.
Oh, AJ, me one question, man, short one.
Okay.
Short one. First of all, I think say you are putting all women who go to the club in a box. My opinion, or what I want to say is that club, you don't have any right to judge another woman's daughter for also no club. Ono be man so club no question ba no club. I don't question no question ba no club na. There be. So if anything, you should be asking your son what he was doing in the club and no question about our club. Thank you. I'm done.
Okay. Beg girl. About 12.
I think you are right. But I don't think that was the question. As to whether going to club is a good thing and never be but okase baby I mean club na moko I mean ka say oba no oba di okusia no club oba so okusia be ma club now the neighbor fie now ma me bisa say be ma we share na ka me share no club o ma me betimi aka say club die be ma papa ni ho it's also in the books. I'm not being like I said I'm not being sexist in this. It's the rules are very general. Uko share obi or club no matter what. They will come one and far. No, I mean whatever the case, But I mean, I think there are exceptions. That is what you should
announcements why. I think for more radio, so Davi Beyonce Bakupe. Yeah, that's the new name now. About 12:01 and ye free radio so na yako YouTube and Facebook. Me pacho share your Hawaii. Shifting cultivation ni mwani wano. And your one and only Bell Girl, aka Aigbe Tofe, aka Davi Beyonce, excuse you, aka disappointed model. Ni nevi, the ultimate about me. Madam Massive.
Hey, Papa, so I me witness. Okay. Father Bacchus.
Yeah.
Agosia.
Mefa kwan so na mechi obia na I think say emotions no mo fanto nchen kakra na yen kan se na ete most of times discussion be say eba and emotions fly na de yen fa emotions ne nto nchen na yen kan se na ete em say ani o kan se bebre and ideally you should generally ideally we are single or be or single. That is generally what is acceptable in our country. One way phobia one way. Wow, now be phobia. Wow, better.
Kwame.
Because Papa can send bebre and epasum, you know, maybe sometimes, you know, so we emotions if you understand more can bebre. Obe shabofra ni be pinyin wi. Obi okware a okofa ne papa one hwe no kra de aba. A very painful thing, you know. Nti se ne papa mu a we a single guy a na se okware oba ufa or single a only oba eye. The same way, se we oba na se wu ni ba na se okware be ma fa be ma onu so ni ba na mon ase. Enone ideally that is what is better. But that doesn't mean say entirely. There are sometimes ube tumwa warobia or ba and that's all ma. But our no so echo so movie be a year at the time nkwala ni benyin wobo so wonya woba be show back. Intini na ni suban it sometimes nkwala ni bi no whilst they grow up no they figure out their fathers or their mothers and they go back and then they bond. Abofra uko bond with your natural mom or dad. They all share no de Charlie. I don't think say we nima. And Abeeku ka story about papa or show bia also mebo ho ka wa ware di nyina. Na wo be ka che papa ne say wo say papa ankasa na odo kwa ware ase a. Charlie, it's very painful. Very 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 painful. Ofa wo ka odi nyina o. Na o ka say wo say papa ankasa be ya hia kakra. And this is what I will say about the location. The location is very important. Baby, Ushia Obino, you can't say, who go she obi wo club, wouldn't be fear normal. Obi opa now, mammy, and our papa say simple as that, And if you trust your parents, that's your parents can also call for about club, na se wontu me yan hwe a papa ja monko because one will be jina wechi edo akwaware o wo your ba wo your bema o the same thing will happen fane se wa akọ club yi ebia boy a akọfa ne onum dot wa ba fie wo papa so ompa why would you even bother following such a person? I mean, smoking obi umpe smoking obi umpe drinking nti those are the things I say yehwe you be any preference nti say mimi say me call for ba be fie na me make am say ya oba would na be okofa ne free ma me call club me kofa ne bai no so mpa me ase maybe our experience be a me meaning what I say it is the location so a matter pa we should be careful but I mean I don't think say it should be that important back home no a issue but yeah ba brochi so always I say it a brochi se me your Ghana se yeah ba brochi ha those things even don't matter because okowara how about to walk around my na papa crying you are free to do it but we should
so me pacho Father Bacchus.
Yes
meti ukasa ukai thank you meti anytime I say me no wo twim pna akosi awie no ye betwim pna wu thank you yeah meti de wo kanasia ne waka nyina mate but me mfa na mom ne bese bibisa o ne say oh you're trying to tell me say location no we make a difference.
It does. So me cover girl. Listen oh. So me cover me who girl online. Me nene kasa. Me bafi, me papa, me mami. Oh, na ya uko share or buy way. I wouldn't say it's online. I wouldn't open one got job by me and our papa say, oh boy, yeah, way and our girl, yeah, when you find online. You can't say it because in our traditional settings, no, and yes, I net it. Meanwhile, no, you can meet somebody online, perfectly right. Obi obetum niam obetum why am and I say or don't cry no so say obi no sorry. Me for sorry. Yeah, don't pray me for by one. But for online in mom sorry.
Okay. Into the back was not just Okay, material mo nyina maka na say. The kra ne say. So she about street.
We auntie now, me kasa.
Debbie, o de nya botre kwa me ba. Why? Wo de nim so be di kwasem.
Shower line kra no a. Eni so emo bia te e hye wo nko yes.
That's what I was about to say.
You see, that is what I'm saying. You don't have to come and tell baby Okochi. I've never baby na me mama and I me papa say, oh no, ba ko fan when I'm in Chester baby I'm ko fan. You might say somewhere, oh, maybe I me mate I'm in school. Simple.
So then, what if you don't tell your parents the truth, and then months, years down the line, they get to find out that it becomes another problem?
It will never be another problem. It will not come out. How is it going to come out?
All right. What the father back was my uncle a coolie high ho. My uncle coolie high ho. Maybe my uncle coolie high ho.
I wouldn't even say it.
Debbie, I want you to say it. Mr. Hold your thought for me, Mr. Hold your thought.
I wouldn't. Farabaku's quick question.
I'll be sorry.
I Araba Casano. Or can say, so who could share or be a club? I be a crank and can't show parents and we could share no club.
Yes.
And Farabaku is kind of the same thing. So, okay, you share online and can't show parents. I say, yeah, we share online.
Yes.
The same reason why you can tell them answers the question. Say it justifies almost because say you share a club in Tibia, Beya, and Catway to Boansa. It's as simple as that. The same reason why you can tell them.
Yes.
Justifies why if they
location is important. Location it plays a part because you can't go to a strip club, bring a stripper home, and then mommy be say, oh, yeah, strip. No, it's never possible.
No.
You see, I think
what does the location got to do with
that is what I want to. Yeah, you see, where you meet. Sometimes there is a reason why. Sometimes there is a reason. Father Bacchus. There are reasons why people. Father Bacchus, there are reasons why people go to places that they go. Okay, strippers, are making your baby or what? They like to go to the male strip club. It does not mean they're going there to do something. They just go there for the enjoyment, for the entertainment. It does not mean she has a questionable character. Okay, it does not mean that. You see, you guys keep saying the exception, and making excuses for things. I just don't get it. Father Bacchus and Pacho.
Some tribes can't even marry from a tribe.
Father Bacchus anger.
I know.
Anything? I mean, what? Anyway, would you go ahead? I don't know.
Kwame. Oh, what am I going to do with this guy?
Okay.
Yeah,
clubs be a beer. They make girls, the ladies free. And then anytime on Besa no club no Emma. There's a reason why men go to club. They go to club because they think they can get easy women. That's one of the topmost reason why men goes to club. But Okoshi will be a clubber. First of all, and so Ubisano, the Obeyoho, ABI was just a hen do. One of the girls is going to get married, decided to go to club, and I say, the girls meet up and say, okay, let's go to club. So normal. And once in a while, in a club girl, she just happened to be in the club that night. It before we will be a crab coffee, and now got cheerful, not one not the kind of person the person is. It bizarre said, Kwame, girl, who here. If you don't like the relationship to go on, especially if you don't like, say, parents, ever more problem, you just go ahead and tell them, say, you found her in the club. And no matter how good the girl is, the perception of clubs to people, especially people who never go to clubs, is that is full of easy men and easy women.
And our culture too. Okay.
Yeah. It's, you know, Obu club that. Me, before I went to, first time I went to club was like 23 years. Before I went to club, I had the same perception. So it's for easy women and easy men. So it's, you know, because you go ahead and tell them, say you met her or you met him in a club. Anytime I'm gonna have a problem, I'm gonna say club girls, ne club boys, they see ya never. It's, you know, another day, because if you don't go tell anybody, any person you're serious with. So club and you met her on a dating site and visa, that's going to be a problem. It shouldn't be so, but it is.
It's a club.
Pub is not a club.
Okay, so ushia obi or ushia oba or how does that say the relationship is not going to go anywhere because you met her there? Because this is the argument. That's the argument.
Club pub and even a strip club and cry and chase a relationship you.
And that is my argument that I'm making. Say, how does the location where you meet somebody determines the future of the relationship or defines the character of the person?
It doesn't.
It doesn't. But I can say the perception of clubs, especially to non-club goers,
like me,
it's full of easy men and women, and will be cushiony. And now no parent and any daho will encourage his son or daughter to go and marry Kushini. That's a future problem for them. And I can call a marriage with children. If you're going to marry someone with children, you have to bear in mind that the children are not yours. Fair 2, 3.
Okay.
You're doing it that because you're a nice person, whether from the wife or from the husband. You're doing it because you're a nice person. Because if you love someone, love me, love my dog. Love someone, you have to love whoever they are with. But put it at the back of your mind. Say, the kids are not your kids. You can love them, take them as your kids, but it's going to be a problem one day. There's a chance, there's about 60% chance that they are going to break your heart. I'll give you a typical example. Madame Fubi, he married Oyo Bruni, he married another lady with a child. No, any woman also one child. And or adoptee. The woman was forcing, say, Akrano, pay attention to him. You say, who now you Bema in the house, he needs a father figure. And the guy liked the kid. So what he did is that he went ahead and adopted the child. Say
legally, okay.
Yeah, you know what the lady was trying to do? She had already started filing papers for divorce. And he wanted the guy to pay child support on his other kid because the man, only that kid no, by 2 years in the child support in him. So he entrapped the man. Now, the man adopted the kid because he actually loved the kid. On the ban on the girl, no way, no, your girl. And a girl, no baba, on your boy. And they bonded so much. But, say, Aquano, on person better, Aquano credit. But it wasn't the kid's fault. It was the mom's fault. Only Ubia or Makrati. Now, as a man, Menote, or Ma, it be only a boys. Mema knew how a titi mema. Omoya debut or her, or catch your ma, or baby. The only thing to do is to spank them or is to just put them in a corner or take their electronics from them. Una bema na oko mano some kind of punishment. It could be spanking, it could be electronics or anything. Now, lady, Timichiro say, Akranenya Ubantino, you have no right. And that's maybe after 3 years after the marriage. And me say, Oko boys platform, so these things have been discussed. Home, but some could read the topic with wife's pet. That's another third world war.
Right.
I think back to the original question. When you 90 now who call worry. Now make us oba no oba and I say a bemano or benti a beya and can worry now. I think that's the original question.
Yeah,
No, that's not.
That's why I was driving at. But my mom background. With this all and any crowd pushing my with them, with all this knowledge at the back of your head. Oko worry. Now Obana ko worry no ma. Now my make say a beya for any future problem. And I'll be man no ma. To avoid any future problem like what my buddy Dustin went through. And what Shane went through. Don't do it. Kophobia uniba. Now no moba. I know the otiana ultimate gary. Enya bonnet. But the fact so parents na kasano, you have the ultimate decision to make whether to go ahead or not. That's your decision. But the parents have every right to give you that caution.
But should that influence your decision though?
Oh yeah, you should take it into consideration. That does, you should take that into consideration. That doesn't mean because they said that's a definite no. But if you don't know, now you know. Now make your decision.
Wow, this I could not. I could.
I made a magic. I could don't worry.
Hey, yo.
Okay. I mean, Papa, fine.
Okay, I'm going to say to you. My June.
Nah.
Arabs, don't worry. Magic.
Stepmothers be so actually. Just like a man I can a man say Bema Chrono, yeah, Cocolani Papano, and all that. It be so bishop of friendly near you back questions that it had some money in our minimum member be so omone ma wa ma brabo. They are not with their mothers, but they're doing everything that needs to be done for their children. So the daddy figure is just missing in the home, but in Kwane lives, they do everything with these children. Now, how would the man that is in love or coming in for that female who has kids with somebody going to affect that man? And Nkoma omo ka say ubehwe no na die ni ade no minim say nyi sika nkwa ne hwe, but papa ne wo akwala na brabom with everything, the present bibia bofra ne ye bia wo ye bi o mu ne sika oyi oye mu nya. Where is the problem here? No krani emme bia betwam na sebe Bible so aka say kwasia na nsesa na adwene ewiase wunnim na bia behie obi a ne bribi o say Bible me pacho pa anyway I'm in a good mood na koyo shebra wa ko koyo shebra anyway why am I me fi masama make okay yes say nyansa eni ba ko fote me kai pa one of the yenu ye shows on Facebook platform. So this was discussed, and honestly me can plain say me still so no because of step some and me ankasa me personal and you may be a me share me who I'm a battle with no. I don't want to marry Bema or woman because na me pese me ba be ye quote unquote, a bad stepmother. I wouldn't even want to hear that word say, me a good stepmother to those children. But then again, like I said, nipa woni bia e me nipa to sini wo kwan bi so because ebia unim bonding bi and papa or somebody said say obi wo hokra no relationship with nkwala kra a problem. Okay? Based on ebia nipa ne personality, based on the upbringing, based on the background, you know. Eti wo nipa say no a you're not so clingy to nkwala and all that ebia we are strict in your man. So ko ware be ma no wo ma na ne man be fio. Maybe I will see on na kodane ntokwane ade ne oni be makro ne ntem na asomdwe ni ho no. Then ni amo kan nyina na amo kasa ideally no nanka e fe say wakohia obi we single na ne na start abrabo na ma wo mode. Yabeka besi say everybody must know themselves. You should know thyself. Sebi odonye blind sir. Love is not blind the way I can no. And can yes I will be the fool will move on and will be jai will be a unkoneni. Yen nyina ya dofo doso. E nneoma bi na e feed into sa odokro no a yen nyama nkrofo no. Nti say bia bakuso ankoyi ama na say the situation no and fit in na. E bia any de be fit in. Why not go with any? So asumdwe be fie. Enye chinchira ache say udo obi na nti wo ba na wonim say wa unye gudu show ho ahwehwe mu ahwehwe wo say no. This is not me. I can't be that, you know, thing for Nipana. Why not walk? It makes sense. You can never force anybody to marry somebody who has kids if you don't want to. But meeting the say, Sabia to the beer. It has to be to be discriminated, you know, like you're discriminated based on if you want based on say your share or club and a quite chain baby party be a you know. Not generally, no, obia are forming their own kind of mind about you. But again, nipa was saying it to me yes, I and say, when we outside the box, say, as me let me get to know the person, what they are made of. They will judge you based on your marketing. And at the end of the day, it be quite not we different from that. Eti, yeah, conclude here, but I mean, I can say, yen nyina yema ya adwene mu mbie kakra sebi etore bi a kasa bi wo ho a na sebi ensem hunu kakra e de kire se wuntimi nkase wahia oba anasa oba kohia oba wo club nti wonye oba ye ware no efuto de obetimi ama but that will not be a final conclusion because then again you don't know that female wunim the reason why they call oba ne so no ye de won and na chiso no so nye be ma papa ye ware eti sebe ya na yahwe said you busy can say and then tribal issues and all those things that we were talking about. People say things for you, but yeah, careful because we carry certain negative energies. And so the moment I'm in a shas, you know, many other man did, I make a chance say, on kakra. Because we be no can't say more. There's a spirit behind it. Before you know it, you become a when you're Canadian, you'll feed into the negativity and it will happen and then you make a say, you catch real. Eti medemano besi ha
Hold on, no, see, I said, what I say, you can't say, that if I back is but hold on, mamma about Ada papa, anyway, papa.
Is our club and I problem media.
Anyway, mamma,
right. You wish I was on them.
Hey, you say,
Kasa.
Oh, and yeah, I said, my casa wana.
See, yes, I'm around. Anyway, you don't. If I back is not a
You see, I was your kind of it boils down to Oba. You guys are using the Obano Mujambema side no. So when we also respond and we use Embana, problem to say, yeah, no, yes, Embano. So sometimes you say the other side too. Say, Oba, your boss now call for Bema Befie. Now, what can say Bema no on ya, and I'll share no baby ya. You have to understand it too. But I quite to say, can also say, your Oba or Baba Fia, we should try to, bring in Beman Sumbrim, Kakana quite
No, I said the same thing. Send your
No.
next 7 lectures also about Bearman. So, but Uba Bearman for club. It doesn't make him a bad man.
And I walk on this. Try as much as you try and I am fat. And Bema didn't so family with a crack.
All right, Mamma Casam Kakrabi.
You have to accept it.
And some I can say we should about or club on yet. That's not what we're trying to say. It's just the perception. Or bad the Ubenya and cowboy or club kakra. Or quite sorry kakra. So, yeah, Miss any video be crab Abeeku. Oba, like, she knows what's up. Oko ware Oba or Pentecost. And constantly. Problems in our Benya. It's all bad. She knows what's up. But you're not going to give your wife's whole record to your parents. So, man, daddy, girl, yeah, machine there, yeah, clap the crowd, and you won't there be. Okwa, what's your bad machine? In Cochritchim, will be answer. Nobody has asked you. In Cochritchim, so with the machine or clap. No, Ujina Soroho, Ebununa, Munse with the Bikuyepa, there be Ukokasa, our Emaso.
Now what is say parents who be no because we do me about we, and then they start asking questions. They start asking around about Obano and find out say baby I was Ushian and you wanna Ushian. Then what?
Now why never whom baby I'm
I don't think
my wife baby I'm
they'll probe that way.
Oba oso ya me bebre boys and oba so ye bad bebre boys and peso atiase oba de mama Esther kakra ye kompemu so ekuma mama Zimbi kakra so atiase to so anu why din to success kakra to so anu so if you so major kakra we ye we know anu eja ejimi so atiase na relationship na na the bia the Bible says akokachira Isaiah na boy ho ade.
So your Bible say Kokacha Isaiah no me your ho yeah pe. So a salad of a woman. It's I think the tough one you say Opo Bana before the Obana be do fi now not kakra. We know the kind of person she is. If you think the woman is right for you, club or church, kids or no kids. Hawa oboka kawasem ati usafo ene bechere ni nyina gina oso ukona
baby kakra.
All right, Charlie. Na Friday
oba mbesiafa, right? She stepmothers are 1 year one step kids. Yeah. What do you think is the reason? It's because they don't want those kids. But opebenino as I say, a big partner will do your friend, my friend is at stage. Into what far bear man, but that doesn't mean say or penny ban, but or pretend it. Into a fair bear man, worry no. Na a colani neighbor because any minute here worry I say. Into this issue of oba relationship ni mu bear man oba na oba ne oba, it's an individual thing. But most of the times, man, accept it because we have something to prove. Oh, me now for you may worry, Miss me person me worry. Okay, obey she. And parents do the same thing. Or back of about there, you then a man parent, it's me, a gina hoka said or banty yempe. But Miss Yafunian parents, waji because they want their daughter to get married. And I guess to a point they don't care. But I think that we should get to that point where I don't need to pretend because it's not the me power hour now. Then I'll be nice to the kid when we are dating and but honestly, like I said, no, it's how you present the case. I mean, parents are ebi mo beye, but majority of the parents will not. Enya koka de besi and ekoshan wo club, ekoshan we himfa. One make up in the mind about them besi. I will, even if you go ahead and marry the woman now, parents no one fight bubi and farm away no, and what how our na copy time about our no bed no be good. So the best thing is that it's your decision. I will na koto wazi. Ekoto no so onye na se pe a na rap ho fefefew. There's more parents. After now, I'm case closed. They don't have to know.
Who made the baby I and your classmate we in same year no.
Me share through Obi.
Who call baby?
Are we encouraging lies? Because
it's not about the lies, it's the society yefimuno. And all my years in America no. It's a pebesiana. A pa kaka your parents today. Oh, Michelle will clap. Not sure some other. Because even if you make a decision that okay, my catch my parents no choir no Michelle will clap, they don't want it, but I want it, I'm gonna Messi, your parents will never accept that woman. Won't accept. And most Africans, they interfere so much, in-laws will interfere so much in the marriage. You know? Sometimes it's annoying and it's always going to be a problem. Besiano, or need room to even make a mistake because baby they would refer her and say a funny fee club not be say shan waban so dinche moba and those comments you see a bipana besiana character po has nothing like she's an angel on your biano club or konomansa obi ohana ma boredom into ways na your phone club that doesn't make the person a bad person. It's the perception like Kwame was saying. It's not about lies. Like I said, I will my papa when my show did here. I remember me club na me penama nka my papa because I know I mean my papa baka ya bro and that's it. Into my mama can chopo. Samara mo hwe ne benyin prakuno ye mama. I know how I'm going to present my case. Or marketing.
Okay, yeah, I like that part, the latter part, and you know how to present it. Maybe I will say at the latter time I'll tell you, and at the right time I'll tell you or something. But to make up something there, as an age true, as an I agree.
You see, lies. Nanka say, oh no, telling a lie, no, it's not always bad. Sometimes you have to say it to cover things up.
Necessary lie.
In decision,
a little white lie.
Ethical decision. There was some friend saying, Nkrophobia, they believe say we kind of crano na the bad result beba. Who tell a lie, nephew at the good things beba. It is better that way. Some school of thought, that is what they believe. And telling a lie, na bad because oh can't. Ufi say o de obaya befi o de obema befi o okase bia onipakui oye sebio oye stripper and I say oye escort, you know what I'm saying? Now penno now obeka, it is not possible for your parent to maybe accept it, you know it. Indeed, you can package it as Araba kind, then you sell it. It doesn't mean say bia we tantrum, you know.
Play devil's advocate kakra.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, sometimes where my many ever panels over, I was almost be worried about divorce to say meaning I mente crowd. But look at how divorce is so rampant lately. And maybe there's a little truth in every room or say, almost so the reason why I was saying the reason why won't mean country or ban so kushia or ban or club no. Maybe also so any so club neko for bam said ya no intina monti asieno. Hey, I'm just saying because
maybe.
Wait, Ernie, what? Explain your last sentence. So, I mean, what does that mean? So, what club no wish you be at? Don't talk to the person.
Why is that why you want Miss Robert? I want to say yes.
Why?
Well, that the reason why. That's why I'm saying I'm playing the devil's advocate. But that is the reason why I make substantiating the fact with the fact say, the divorce rates are so rampant. Thinking we know and club is okay is probably what is heightening the divorce rate so bad. Your parents more they were able to be happily married, and because of Mono, it was a taboo to go get somebody from the club. I'm just saying, are they doing something right, or are they right and we are wrong? I don't know, but school of thought.
I don't think say divorce has anything to do with a clubbing and say whatever. There are people that they get married in church. There are people that they meet in the good scenery, quote unquote, that is, exemplary or a good thing for society, that are being divorced. They're getting divorced. You see, nneɛma bebree wɔ hɔ a nea nti ama aware bebree na egu no lack of communication. Nneɛma bebree ama aware egu lack of communication. It has nothing to do with say ɔmo kohyia wɔ baabi anaasɛ ɔmo kohyia ha anaasɛ ɔmo kohyia wɔ ha. Mmarima bebree ɛmpɛ sɛ ɔda ɔbaa benya ne sɛ ɔne ne have a discussion. Mada ontie. Meanwhile, yeah, maame no mpɛn so no ɔmo divorce no. The men will wake up and listen to what the woman has to say. Say ɔbaa no kora sɛ nkwa asɛm kwa na sɛ bɛrima no fo sɛ wɔka kyɛ ne kora ɔbɛ sɔre atena hɔ ayɛ den etie. Yɛ ne namafo yi yes. Yɛ ne namafo yi abɛmɛmɛ ahe.
What is the evidence of that though? What is the evidence of that? Because
okay. I'm saying this based off the conversations of most men don't listen, and men don't listen. They don't want to talk. They will tell you, said the timing is wrong. Yes, where sometimes women our timing are wrong. Yes, I get it. But also, so where do you get your thing from? Say clubbing. This animal nama divorce rate.
No. He only said
I was just saying, say. We have high divorce rate. They didn't. They
right because
we are for club marriage. Is there a linkage there?
Could be a contributor to that. Okay, but oh, say I don't know, but a discussion I have it. For interested necessarily say bibia yeka wa bia sa netie anase bibi but ma me kro no free say oba o free club de onyo oba pa boba wo ba ko a e be problem. Yeah, she has every choice to say those things. It's her right. But again, they are maka but yemfa so yemfa and also the whole thing is that there should be some compatibility. And then I say both and not no. Who screw in, screw in,
only both and not.
There you go. 80 SSF. SSF. Sometimes only nemua wo 10 times and sawashia joining nefa. Obi so first day na washia. Awariye sebi minim say ye three. Obi bekuni hu nyina onko club da o ya sorry dem ba dia upe bia obeye but emfa na ekua dia na wo ka fa ye maame no ne ye nananom ho se omunya ne ye papa no ene omukasa himrache no and it was good and they listen no I had dear mesra kase enye no kure da ye maame no fakeness no ne dishonesty we society no na adore wo mo se no komoa entro because we have to fake it till we make it. We have to paint a picture out there to everybody to think papa did not listen to nothing. How come they have different kids in different places? Papa be free where was listening? No, they weren't. They're just like a member of today. But as someone say, seven media me say first let me tell you about semada. Mada. Now okay. How do I even process those things you're saying? And now we're many so my bre and chile boom. Ya mammy no free send him rache and ye be makasa what ye and chile boo. It doesn't show respect to that human being now in yes I know. How dare you? Ubeti me just throw. Tesa me mother. Na be me nyane me say sorry me enkasa. What do you mean by that? I have every right to be upset because me tibet me aye me ya. Anything can happen. It enu ne die make
But when you know say the end there you go chop.
No, if I don't feel like chopping, I won't chop. I mean, please. with all due respect, no. Me and Fanny may be into Tony maybe one see say bia. Sabe, oh right, I'll make us say we. So that your money in your wrong fine. The first one why you being chesed by force.
Yeah, I know that.
Enye bufu eni say edane buchaman so as say undi ebuo manipano as an individual. Even though you are married to them, no, they need their space. Respect people. When we talk about respect, these are some of the things. What's the main feeling for sex? Are they by force? We ain't talk. No. Obufu are not just a problem. O can take Diana, problem. It's a munipano, the feeling and any emotion. Also, one ya one ye. It's in Menyanemi, I am ratching. But I say, when up papa ka, I'm said that from your memory meeting at Chichi, you mukakra. But I am not adding to know when to talk to a man and when not to. But you also have to weigh that person and see when those conversations should come up. They are to turn the area, so to turn the area, ante, upa kufre, nyankopon bra. Yekasa onte. Obi hwe ne yompo. Se ne yiri suban sesa wo fie a, otimi di ekenya ne ho. Ehunu se mezi nkosesem. Nti ode ma snap. And another no make no. Edi okra could tell you say ukunu ne buofu anasa oyire ne buofu. Meboa monka. Onipa bia say oye smart. Oni obi tia. Changes ba wo hunu. And now we do rough first say, hey, bra, be me na na de. Boni. Because people communicate through different channels. I don't know, but you need it. And then media say me me rade. Oh, yeah, better radio so can say who say na obi ma me papa ma me hwe o kire bi na me say me ware papa o say girl be wait. Hey papa, I come ma me obe hire you. Now say papa me boa. Sorry.
Mabna.
Yes.
The person who might be on pay radio and TV personality.
Let me be said the way I hear about that I can see me. Nessa mommy or shaying. Nende ebi am wawa. Na ma wa abakade. Ne rabe yo better radio do nen some akase in a German some in a muso
ya na ponkasa jiwahu.
No. I example ka na man ya ma bia but chere no abakade abai gelia abai on sinifia.
Now, na me cousin be feel, but me auntie say there be because yeah. Oh yeah. And I'm so me cry second that because
auntie me polish it too much
No. I say when you do na me so yes I am understand.
Oh, see me near do.
O say semaya obeka or radio so just sometimes Brian and ude mama come abna so me we am about so why thank you. Abna. Akwaba odo.
Metie bi o back door. Nana me say Adentia na ye do time be 2021. Adentia na ye do time still we still say culture. Na me debi ameka say especially mema no society I prescribe it or back kind of a ma. So I don't know, say like they have to go for. And these men will go in for such women, not women that they want, but women society, I catch them say they are wife material. And they will go and get such a man, knowing say, and yes, a man no more pay. So what I'm gonna say, knowing say, and yes, a man no more pay. Why don't we, as we are in 2021 now, go in for the women that we want, and we the women go in for the men that we want, instead of going by society standard?
But over to my examples,
before my examples in a see, her first two statements are very contradictory. One, you are worried about tradition. At the same time, you are worried about modern day dictates of society as to who is a beautiful woman.
No,
you are saying society, a shape as in who is maybe a beautiful woman or a married.
No, I didn't say beautiful woman. When we talk about marriage material in the Ghanaian way, it's talking about somebody that goes to church, somebody that prays, or bonfire, somebody that will cook, somebody that will clean, somebody that, that's the marriage material thing. I'm not talking about beauty.
Okay.
I'm going to say.
So,
I'm not talking about
the same society that has shaping our mind now as to who a marriage material is, you have a problem with it. The other traditional system that dictates to us as to who should be our marriage material, you have a problem with it. So what do we do?
What I'm saying is, why don't you, if like Papa say, so person worry, then you meet a stripper. Why don't you go in for a stripper? Why don't you go in for a stripper? Then go to the church, go and get somebody, and later on it takes say on the call, you're good in bed, so let me go and cheat with a stripper.
My brain, maybe so as a mule. You see, culture now can who say obi should be out the video will show up, but your video is not showing. Why?
Today I'm not in that way. Last time I came, my picture was
it's also part of me. It's part of culture. Maybe don't know. Maybe you might not see it. It's part. It is part of it because when you culture, don't turn on the camera or anything. Until we can't do away with culture, we can.
Nobody said you should do away with it. But nobody says do away totally with it, because let me tell you, I have friends that gay na me pull, but I mean society is not okay. So let me go into the church, go and get that lady to marry her. Then backside, within 1 week of having my wedding, or after one month of my wedding, I start cheating with that girl that I want. Why can't we go in for the women that we want, the men that we want?
But my Miss Awasemo, it looks like
I had a question.
Araba Pacho, go ahead.
Mungo ahead. But your question is main for platform you maybe someone. Abazinti na main fubinum. Wako one marriage materials na mbesiafo na were accepted by society na. One tina wa ncha our besia onko club besia or parents ideal woman na akọwara no ọ dị nche ma wadi ọ bụ one nti ọkawara nche ihu ihe de kokọ hustle obi for anything, because you are getting everything, you have the package. So that is what Mabna is saying. Why
that is what I was going to answer her
woman to prevent the here and there. That's what she's saying. Because
one of the Akosiani agent who is a women groups is some of the men, like in their money be the better. It's about as if the men chose them because they can wash and clean, they can fast and pray, they can go to church. Then these men turn their back and be with a side chick that'll go to the club with this man, that strip, that give them doggy style, that can suck a dick. Okay? That can suck a dick. So why don't you marry such women that you want? Then Uba in my groups now. Akosiani Ejeni Araba will testify. It's so bad. It's very bobo on any to obey 1 month, too much going on in nada. It's not phobia because I see getting yadia wampem. No, I can't find that.
Mami answer kakra se metumi I dey back lately. Ti say wo ko ti say Facebook say ya. Emma bebre omo main picture obehu no wadan na chi. Omo e wo to kakra no wapu neto. It's like you get to see the assets the person have, and Emma bebre have come to dwell on Sadeno. Just the Oba Ebia will show ni body cleavage and now will show ni tuana bibisa. Efe, me abema efe. But advice I made ma many animal man say. A mema bebre enyawa or but they will not also want to carry that home as their wife. It's as simple as that. Well, you are selling, so we will buy. But do we want to own it? It's more of a rental piece. You want to return it when you are done. And yeah, you want to keep. Where you want to at Facebook, you know, how many other men are you doing that to? Is my question.
That is what you don't want to keep. Some men want to keep such women.
No, believe me, they don't want to keep.
When you say you're talking about picture, and I say Abia Obi or what, they have a specific show and they're supposed to dress a certain way to attract viewers. And I help me understand this here.
Yeah, Madam would be on Facebook, and I was trying to. She claimed to know me. I was looking for a picture of her. And the picture, I couldn't even see the face of this girl. It's like I was seeing the back more in every picture. So basically, you're telling me that's all you have. Okay. But it's as simple as that.
Oh, okay. Mamika Semicho, when your college, we had some. Oh, Ghana had some friends. One girl, Madam Fubi. Now he was out there. She was out there. Okay. When you when you're perfect,
oh,
that girl can strip in the bedroom like something else. So I need to crowd with 3. Okay, when you're perfect, we call all the women. Once upon a time, we had friends that we thought they would never even get a man to marry them. They had men marrying them. So what I say, they had men marrying them. And that society standard, though, some men are living that's almost limited list, to bring in. Me, I was raised in a church home. Okay, we go to church, we pray. My family, papa, older. When I met my spouse, say.
You don't say.
I don't do what?
Go ahead.
Oh, please.
You could have fooled me, I swear. Go ahead.
Papa, I'm best. So, when I met my spouse, now I was thinking, say, I want a church guy. I met him in 2004. Up to now, he's never been in the church, but he's the best human on earth for me. So what I say. But meanwhile, sorry for what I would have gone for. But I went in for the guy that stopped going to church, that doesn't go to church. So what I say, because me, Papa, elder Nita, I should have gone in for somebody that would be going to church every day, be praying and fasting. But I didn't do that. But when I started going out with him, I realized that there is a church and there's a church. There's one being a Christian going to church, and one being a Christian not going to church but living the Christ like. That's what I had.
Okay. Abna me mo kakra wa ha. Mabna dia wo kan de say ja. Wa wonim ko bo ye di a na asem ni ni. Sa picture bi na ye nyina ya paint ato ho. Eno na ye nye careful. E de kire say. Emma bebreba covered with sheepskin, but there are wolves inside. I know cases. Eya na kweta se mema nkwa ne ha ma etete ma waware mu enye nokre. Maybe dinkrofo ma memenya. Na tie hai. Eye sa entro no a anase picture bi a ye paint ato ho se. Oba warefo de say na sese wo dress. Say na sese wo ye wuti. Say na sese wo behave no. Ene mani bebre no akuti sa character na to wafu mema bebre. Na ye ware o mu wie a na ye di esu no apia bonte. Now said ya abna ken ye misa se What person will worry will be away fake ya da war, and answer will pay oba natural with her self. Because say upe stripper, like she said, kona kware stripper. And kware their society a painting nesikono, and they are all pretending no to be what the society wants no. Na wujia wako first stripper no. And now wako fa ba no ye juma radio so na no den no. It doesn't work. And no na say nyoma bebree. Again, know yourself. Know what you like. Know the kind of female you would want. And I learned, and if I'm wrong, you can correct me, men. I learned that you guys want freaks in bed and a lady in public, isn't it? Okay. It's up about fie juma. And also because sebe you see, nice what do you do for yourself in your home? But you be cleaning bathroom. Upe you be cleaning fie. Upe you be no nuane. Uno nsano de yede. Yeah, what brought together. It's sa adwene bi no a ewo ho no a society e painti ato ho amaye no. Mama ye hwe ye kaka just like say akasa benmen so. What is the meaning of that? A man should not show emotions. What kind of everyone ye kasa have no. Na be mo nye nipa. It's ye that picture na to ama. Me can show you so sometimes say abrantie bi hunu me first day be o se ohun love at first sight da. Boy ni suya ma ne hu ye mehi. Right there me catch say me trimo no. Me say boy a weak guy. Where Jimmy? Me didn't hear that. Someone who mentioned because of near society, I try to qua Miss Wedemitri, my Miss Medina. Nene, Sebeme Suo Menimua. Hey, Mefan is serious. Mefan personal power. I would cherish that because he's shown his vulnerability. And I'm wiser now. That means you people have a vulnerability to talk down on him or to even do anything bad to him. Because Oyenipa. It's won't say, na ye causing your mebio. Men, nanti how then we come back and question say, why are our men like this? Why don't they show emotions? Why are they like this? But ya tia one watch it. Hekwanutum, men so bema so de wo say aye. Bema ono de onye de bema ne hwefie. It's a maybe kwa wari kitampempem but omu ehwo mata so asisi adan. Ehwo mabusua but ya ka kire ne say aware na wo kono bema ne hwefie ya ka to society dem it's a mema ebre ye lose mema through heart attacks and all that instead of say ye team ye bobra together it is a ukunu so hu ka wo so buo bi na ye no ye say okay bema na ehwefie it's a bema kura ntimi hwefie na onye de sese wo ya na ewiase as ewiase no ashate da media mesre se moma yentoto bi ngu kakra emra no any culture no ayi bia no generation bia ne sedia efetefa ye nyane be men ne wiase na che nkoka nche nza
say we're going okay.
I mean, it looks like yeah, off top. But are you saying this is sexy?
Oh, looking at Ekuya don't you die? Ekuya looking at. Ekuya. Ekuya. Oh, looking at Ekuya don't you die? Oh, Ekuya. Ekuya looking at. Ekuya.
Okay, Papa, me dance it out the video yaba. Ebia emre bi ebetwemu a anka meka se we ototaba we Jimmy keke but enne men kasa
Still our ototaba.
No, Papa Mpacho, what is my shema men kasa Mpacho? You can say whatever you want to say. Me say enne men kasa edi chere adia eye oba ya emanisu de bema kwaduro so ana e poison no se bema nso ye didi no na so no so wo say ya wo ye nipa obia ne said your handle niam the kokoti na moye na as emfa mo ho as sebe etwa abusu wo krom no enye no na kire se mo ye mema wo ye nipa show humanity show human na wo mu no wo da fo mu meja wo na se wo da fo mu su sa na je se wo ye kwasiampani no you are not sa na wo ja me na me da fo mu su sa me nye kwasiampani biribia koboni baby enti ni ameme kire ne se mumma yenjai side because the faking life na ya put ya to no and the ma bebre yo mo ho mo ye ayifo states
wait. Adiasa, so I think we need to
time,
this show. But at a point of correction, there's nothing faking about being mentally strong, being emotionally stable. There's nothing faking about it.
I didn't say that.
Why would you go lay down and cry because of a queer? Like really?
Are you serious? Are you two really?
But there's nothing wrong with that.
You do
really? Would you find your son appealing? Your brother appealing, doing that in the public?
Or my brother is in love with the woman.
Oh, come on.
Come
on.
Anyway.
What are you guys talking?
Anyway,
and maybe a chama Kameka say be a wajimi. But and make us a wajimi pa. Because to be honest with you, let me wrap. I may go off topic. I may go off topic. About move on, Chemi. Your name is your mema. What is expected of mema, and what is expected of ma. That has never changed and will never change.
Okay.
Society feeling say, or bad no being, bema so no being 50-50. Ma to me, yen mema be yeno. No ne die breno. Edu se fie no budia monko freda di mra. Edu niema mu edu dia mo frem papa no mefa. But that will never change. We are the young about
me paucho.
Debbie. Adena, mo si boni. Enye sa na metre.
Nti se besia suri bi de kamo so metina na mka de besia kweko no ye stupid the old because of a man. You guys
you have the right to say what you want to say. That's
anyway.
Listen, you are entitled to your own opinion, but you are not entitled to listen. I'm not done.
I won't let you say anything.
Me pacho.
I won't let you say anything. What I'm saying is that just as besia do benin na dem benin jana osuno the man a benin so do besia na se besia ni jana so on say she
and then come here and quick amount. And then come here and quick amount.
Can wait the car can the person okay.
Just one statement. Anyway, you are entitled to your own opinion, but you are not entitled to your own facts. And ma emotional mema. And that is expected of a behavior response in every situation. Bema ye way is anything will show that video no. Or by the show. There is something wrong.
I see. Video, no? Anyway, okay. On that note, that's it. Anyway, Ebusian for yebeno ayebe entino hey, our person obaso na time no okay. Miss Papa Pini link ni ma awo require number so 2 minutes. Your time I time but I'll permit you memo 2 minutes. Na be shake table ni kakra papa be penny wo honum na bacho be shake table ni kakra na yenko awo pe ele wo se oba be shake table na yenko na you see
me na me ka kire wo de sika ni fie na wontimi ntua dan ka anye hwe me wa metua emma ne nto wadwendwen emma wo kotenyu because wontimi ntua dan ka me hunu no say a problem. I don't see that to be a problem. If I can do it, I will do it. I won't go by the society and the culture nonsense. Bema na so fifi na the bed ya beto bema so na bema wiase nyina shati because the shena dwunu say I must do it and minute tata me yenti went me na head. Mpacho na yede. Na akusi thing. Anyway,
excuse me, whilst you're train, I won't require no. Mami corona minji obia final we sing. I won't require bana mama what's on the bomb na oko. Mabna, your final submission.
Okay.
I will ya pinny when you are Facebook on LinkedIn.
Me no Kofi Kinata or say Omo Wishium club, no one else heading. Okoshium was sorry them. Maybe the say going for the woman that you want. Okay, going for the woman that you want. Don't go in for what you've been told is good for you. If you want a stripper like Cardi B, go and get Cardi B. She will strip for you and all that, and both of you will be happy. And one I'm welcome at
Okay, all right. Baby, for Mabna na moten in Kano. Last, earning pacho. Hey, Papa Penny wo hono ma severely. Okay, Papa, me so some penny ni be man na ho. Earning pacho. Your final submission. 30 seconds.
So yo, I mean, I think it's been a very good show as always. I mean, there will be but to answer your question, Nipa Kasta, our needs are insatiable. It's like, yeah, so be to me making that decision of what you want and stick with it, and career will be very beautiful. But Nipa, what
you say I want to know privately send him because
I want me to send you.
Edru baby na say bia nipa no ho afono wo na say wan hye wo ho so, and that is where the difference between a good man and a good woman comes to play. Wo hye wo ho so a even nipa no ho afono you still know how to spice up the relationship and not step outside. But when we now find China and I na December, let's just take human beings as human beings and deal with them the best way we can.
All right, Ernie, that's baby. All right, awo fire away.
Ebusiafo mechia obi bia panels ni nyina nyame enhyira ho. Honestly, obia opinion really matters. But I want to shake this little tables, yeah? Yes, there is an expectation of a man in our Ghanaian society. But this is where the damage is. This particular asemi ayeken enura dedue na me ne young man bi. Ne maami ewu. Ne maami ni mpon wa wo no ewu. Na eye time na corona no peak ni mu. So yes, obekon there's a second lockdown November ni mu. And I could see the boy is hurting. But say guy and say osuma nkrofo who say intenra me owo na ne ho adwen si mi tirim na me frɛ no. And I'm saying, listen, I know say you are hurting because if there is a need for you to cry. Mrs. said your boy neji ahome na o break it down with phone so no. Or sister, you are the only person. Wafre obi obebe bia se ho they have to behave like a man. Or therefore manu nsusim na so na me kan kire mo na mo nte ase say. A lot of you, instead of you grieving, when grieving, now it has damaged you. Honestly, because sometimes you don't know what is emotional thing that you have to handle. In the name of say, I have to prove that I am a man. Let me tell you, I have respect. My respect for that man goes way up. Why? Because
we are not saying crying, no, Papi.
And yes, you are going about crying. The American say, Bibia, a yaw, a bawa brabomu, or the four, I was so soon. Memo, mo papamu, 1 hour share, people close to you. You have been in a situation, you've lost something that you need to grieve. But because when to me and grief, grief comes in many forms. Some of you exhibit anger. That is your grief. And more anger now, more boiling up on other women. It is of the fact that you haven't grieved about some loss. Relationship with girlfriend, you have not grieved about it. Open mechanism beer. I have to prove I am a man. Let me tell you, psychologically, I don't know which of you panel, no, but psychologically, some of you, it's of the fact to say you are grieving, but it's rather you are exhibiting it in another different form. Or bema or pema pass seriously, sapapono, bra. I didn't even subconsciously something is going on. Let me tell you, go and do your research. The man has been dominant somewhere.
Solomon
was damaged at a point in time. What's the writings, Libya? You could see said the man was depressed. How would a man who has enjoyed all riches, enjoy all the scholastica, and then he will come and tell, listen, let's
Old Testament no be anya papa, because so far you cannot name one person in the Old Testament that didn't have multiple wives.
Yeah,
so you're saying papa, right?
Yeah, justify yeah,
no, just saying that's a blanket statement. It's a blanket statement you have made, and I want it to apply to everything that we know. Because that is to me
yes. Abeeku, Judaism, Bible nankasa so show me Judaism practice me boa. One culture, emma ho kwan, emma wa kola wote ne nchen. Tio, it means that even in their culture, the pimpen cry was all right because housemaid or T Abraham and Chang, not the young Sarah song, not Sarah catcher say, family house girl, not bear ma or your head of the home as a priest to me. Why house girl on them hoya wakona? Bra, what is that? But not culturally, it is all right because what ton or yanakua. Enti nyame obu culture. So when you are talking from a culture perspective,
so when the culture admit they are one more, we are okay, we are mentally okay. But when the culture doesn't admit, then you are mentally not sound.
And your cultural practices in Nasha, and then you walk away. Oh, but catch them is or sister ba. And was so wadena. How do you say it? Enti ebribiani emwadi yo. Woman get this straight. Some of the cultural practices was not right. Share. Yeah, can Manu sis will be or ye Muslim ni be him say yes Muhammad wari akwala na oye 10 years or 13 years bra say ya wo 13 years 10 years wo kofana at the same
why doing it has nothing to do with culture, it has nothing to do with time of the season, it has nothing to do with anything. If you have a mental issue, you have a mental issue. Now if you are stating any man that is involved with multiple, so most Muslims are crazy then, because most Muslims have multiple women with them. So basically,
Muslim the culture
that is what I'm saying. Certain statements needs to be guarded. If you make a blanket statement for me, it won't sit well with me. I will argue with you the whole day. You have to guard your statement.
I will tell mommy, Papa, it's easy there. Will be a way raping. The two things. I'm just giving you two examples. There, it's either what you mean for some more. And next day, until the we win. Do you believe that?
Minimum be a way raping, so I wouldn't be able to go with that assertion.
Are you? And I catch that will say, Obi why you rapuna. This vessels can work. It is not right for the person to be raped.
I know
someone
growing up, that person never, like, he wouldn't even talk to women. Like, he was very straight until it got to a point. He started hanging out with women, and then he was like,
you
understand? It has nothing to do with any grieving. He's not grieving over anything.
Yeah.
You froze up.
That man is feeding into something he didn't have when he was young. Are you not saying he's feeding into something?
Right, but what I'm saying is he's not grieving over anything. He's not grieving over anything.
Some of us, young culture, I'm my young feeding into something that we lack because yama in money be unsure or emotional. Jimmy, this is sanity because
a woman living us. If that is the only way to show emotions.
I grew up, I have 7 stepbrothers. My father will tell them, what do you think when that young man is growing? The perception about women. What do you think?
And that is how our culture has leaving us. I will cry for my dad dying. I'll cry for someone sick. but I'm not crying over a woman leaving. That doesn't make any sense. To me, it does not make any sense.
No, I love
you enough, so I should cry because you're leaving. If you love me, would you leave?
No.
If you love me the same way, would you leave? Will my tears any level of love to you? No. If you are dying,
okay, all right.
If you are dying, if you are sick, if there's a situation where I am helpless, I can't control, I wish I can do something about it, and I can't, that will make me tear up. But if you are leaving me, especially leaving me for another person, that may be so power chance saying, bro, are you kidding me? What are you talking about?
And you Abeeku wunya mudo. Ubudra ni pano. Ocha said wunya nu, and I'm not praying to say you experience it.
Hey, what are you talking about?
Really?
Yes.
I think
maybe when you're broken heart, when you are going on secondary school, and now what teen you are, Janessa? It could be.
No, I have always been going up.
The fact that
I would never cry. Like I said, there are things that make me cry. A woman living my life is not one of them.
No,
things that make me cry.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
I do cry. I'm not saying I don't cry. I cry. I'm human.
And your woman are only one. Or you're yari now by yarina usua.
Exactly.
What is wrong with that?
That will make me cry.
So Ogunsu Benjina Waka say, oh yeah, Bele, ain't in a usu or
and I've given you my reasons. I've given you my reasons. I've given you my reasons. The person is still in your life, but they are going through something that you wish you could help. You are helpless. There's something that you wish that could be taking the pain. You know, there's something that you wish you could do, but you cannot. You are helpless. That is a good. But Obia Oja Wakofo.
Is it not the same helplessness? And I'm using your own words. And yet the same helplessness. And I'm a brandy and that form. Why is that one different?
I brought another for me.
Don't worry. What level of love in Yanuru?
Anyway,
I've been through it all.
I still stand by it. Kudos to you. We are still propagating that thing. Don't tell the young man. I will fear say, "Bibi, ya na ma wonsu." Ya bro, ya catch say,
never said that.
No, cry.
I never said nobody should cry. I'm saying no man should cry because a woman is leaving.
Hey, when you broke heart, make me cry.
Okay, I mean, I think that we'll find a day and have you come on, and we can have these discussions. That I think there is more to learn.
Let me do this last one submission before I leave. Last one, said discussion. One of the panelists was saying, baby, ukoshia ubino does not matter. And that again, it comes to culture. Asemya na ye Kenya. Aha, and amijina etu obi awasi awade kwanso say. Sometimes, the person is made of the environment he or she is coming from. It might not matter, but when I do, baby, I was a conceal baby, ushi any pana. Because you are covering up there, and you're not one subconsciously no because why you don't want somebody else to see. Because then you remember say and you're not men na hanka say obi call club on your papa. Yes, na yakukọ baby. Obi any baby obeshia no well nedo. Some people met in the well. Say well. Let me use Rachel. Any Nikunu example. He met the man in the well, but paid a bride price about 3 times. What does that mean? Essentially, say, was she had the woman after his own heart? I had a many akosia say, so who will be a ballet dancer, and answer just strip dancer, kofa stripper no. And kofa obi otia sorry. Na MF enfa eyibi metagene say e was say obi hebu to say obi a or what strip club because the two cannot mirror together. Bebre, that is not our prototype, but society have made us choose something we did not like. Packaging, you know, ya packaging ya diabetes na what to do abnormal ho na diabetes na ho. Many Araba ya adwen. Many Araba come from the same background. I am a church mouse. Me kuru nya church man. And no me na was sorry for me was sorry for Crawford Bramini was sorry. They be me mama to me say, how come you didn't even marry a pastor? Because I know you have a lot of pastor friends. No, I didn't want a pastor to marry. I married somebody who was out of the church. And to me, but let me tell you, I'm really living with the most sweetest person I can come across. And I realize, say, and yeah, sorry, now make me. Now, married a matured mind who is not a boy, thinking that I need a ballet dancer, so my a burlesque dancer, and so my cover will be a chorister. Now I catch them say, "Omokran, you wicked no." Or it doesn't work like that. And chorister one what you into your quite open chorister now you are your choir master or two or to know about treble. We will say you mirror each other. Who you be a open obia or timid daman for or ya shower kakra or ya wake kakra. But let me tell you, you can't have your cake and what kind of symbol for no crime change.
You can't have your cake and eat
have your cake star. Know yourself. Who nipa we me pe we me pa ben kwa me pen kati gonto kakra oba no you very versatile or ye bibia bi na wo kwa ware ayi dickness wie no abeka se dickness ni ntu ni dukudi a enye adwuma saa de na ya anamo ye no me di society achi makwa wade obi oti asori de wanso nim se wo ya shawo ni be ma kakra wo pepre be ni ba why go and marry obi a or ye dickness ebeteti nipa dickness di ni lemu enko enyina bonten nkofo obi a onu gina bedu fufuro na nka say I want him to be like this. It doesn't work. I think that is where our problem is. Nyame onshiramu.
Okay. Onshira also I won't require. I think I'm glad I allowed or I accepted say you remember 5 minutes now. 2 minutes, but I say 2 now broso, but what to bomb bankasa. We'll talk on the flip side and see, you made Nkomoh. Anyway, Father Bacchus.
Well, I think
Mo ware de mo pe na munya ise mo na mo kan kwa asem se eyi na me yire ompuli ni wait and na me yire
they are all kind of pepper me you to
big scam.
I don't have
me say obi ako story bia o catch me fool say is the dumbest excuse any man can give a woman. So who kwa sister na bra hweso na peno. Telling her your wife isn't building herself and your wife like really you didn't know she wasn't building babies with her and like really it's like hello anyhow Father Bacchus let's
well, what I was saying is
video that be Beyonce.
So video na wo show na obema ni da for musu no. I mean me say oba ma ware no my girlfriend o man broken heart. I mean suicide. Emotionally, yes, we are all weak, but I wouldn't go to this extent. I bet the former no, I wouldn't do that. I tried with papa and the papa. Even though your bar crying up bema jawa and when you say what don't better form say. And then on the flip side, also marriage material, any day. To me, marriage material no and no dia me ya don't pray me pay. I dear me peno and I am marriage material. And he said, me pobi on monsa, that is my marriage material. Me pobia only my sawa, that is my marriage material. So we shouldn't make it in a way say, if you are gonna give one a word and say marriage material ne about for a day or pay any media. Sometimes we don't care about those things. Maybe there are some things I wouldn't mind. But to be super, into marriage material, dear, one kasa open, and yet dear Nkrofoka. And we see we can't throw away culture. Culture is a part of the living. Our war culture will follow. Engineer maybe a one war and our office so Ghana for ye be a end the back say a culture and young home. Why I so there that is their culture. So we can't do away with culture. We should be careful with those things. Okay. Culture is there. We can't do away with it. So we'll be more.
Okay. Culture. Yeah, see. Mamiara.
Yo, muso mazaka kramaka ze chacho onye de. Baby a ebeshie besia onfo ho. Onye no o che de besia no oye papa na onye papa. When it comes to young parents, it's about time we stop allowing our parents to influence our decisions. Young parents, wabo hone brewi, masa, ekeshe besia ne pena, and ne raba, ekeshe benyi pena, na wala package wazi. No need going to say anything that, would get others' views on you. No, you don't do that. Urban kakeye si say yeshe iza. But for the Bacchus, Metawase, you were different. Bessie Jawa and phone hun to foam. Nanya then enroll ne enshine mubo besianism, but we or they do the Obiana nakmo sorting Obiana how handle or grief. Into say come de benin boy or the form who or kikemi. He's not stupid. He's not less of a man. It's just emotions, what he is feeling at the moment. Obisan no ho. Benyin bi wo na ma ne yire afa nechi wa asan no ho because on pedo society hu do but wa asan no ho why da na akomaze obia na akomodo ni mu na what ozebeye nti ekon obi ne obi show no vulnerability. We don't mock the person. That doesn't make that person less of a human being or less of a man. I will show was that it's understandable yet wa say ebia na level of love e bu mabesia no onye dam level of love no ndem benyin we bu amadem besia into other forma and investment a why ya into other forma also we are all different inti maka na mzesi ha gasande ye basan yeshia.
Okay, ako.
Oh, nani akasara. Okay.
Yeah, wakata dada.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there'll be beauty. I say, you may so it's been quite an interesting topic. Media meka say with Sebi baby, I made Drusi say no. I would want to know people for myself, and it wouldn't matter where I meet that person. You need to pursue away. Me hunu actually. I sorry them bema ana oba enchire se we nipa papa. Club oba ana bema enchire se we sansani. Obi akwa bonten for a reason. Unim ni nti obi ye ni bibia na ebi asebe wasutu aka. Afei tie me nua ba me nua bema o tie me. Se woni obi bebobra na ufi se nneoma bi ehu hia sɛ obi te anaa wohwɛ yɛ culture yi ne baabi efiri na ɛsɛ sɛ wokata so a kata so. Okay, yɛ ka nso sɛ wei enye yie a na sɛ no na apa a gyina yie tintim sɛ mpaebɔ abɔ whatever you believe in fa saa de koreɛ no ta yɛ kyerɛ because yɛnya ade yɛ ano aka ne deɛ yɛbɛhwɛ ama no ayɛ hɔ na yɛaka sɛ mekae. Because nkwadaa na wakɔfa no obi bo okita obi ba obebu kwate ampa ne yɛde ano aka na ayɛ hɔ. Moma yɛnya strong mind. Yɛware abusua nanso ka hunu sɛ wo na ne nipa ne kɔ akɔtena. Iti deɛ ɛyɛ ma wo no should matter to you than any other person. Nyame ankɔso nka yɛ ho. Na agya yɛ mu bi a yɛto yɛ ho asi wɔ as public figures yi. Abɔntensofo akasafo yi keka nsɛm yi na mmeranteɛ bi no maame no ntrantra baabi ana even wɔn mu ankasa no because they do it to us will not be looking at us funny and be saying all kind of things that they're not supposed to be saying. Yes, we are doing any day. Maybe a few years I know about chronicity. Let's be a bit matured and think outside the box.
Davi Beyonce ena mote ne nka no Davi Beyonce yedase I gbetofe papa
know the encounter.
I want
Davi
to
Beyonce
play
no.
this video real quick, answer.
ɛno na sɔfoɔ ababaawa no wɔhye ne ho wie sɔfo no so wɔhye ne ho wie yɛ na sɛbi ɔmo hyɛ aseɛ ti sɔfo no da mpam na ɔka nso gɛɛ no ɛntafere no kɔtoma no kɔteɛ abrɛm dada ɔso ɔnsa ntafere ho nti abra gɛɛ ne tafere kɔteɛ no him kɔteɛ no tafere kɔteɛ no him kɔteɛ no tafere kɔteɛ no him kɔteɛ no na ɔtam bɛrima no so asa na ɔfe aseɛ no tam sɔfo no so ɔfe aseɛ no na ɔfe aseɛ no saa fe aba no fe aseɛ ntafere ɛsi ahoma bi ɛwɔ aseɛ saa ɔde ne kɛtɛ ma fa wɔn sa ɔbɛtia ne tatui ɔsɔfo sɔfo nane wane
odi fo nyam frama
dabi watane watane tika ne ho yɛ sɛ bibi bɔ kankankankan na sɔfo no pagya ne ti ɔhwɛ a ne kyɛ sɛ wane na ɔsɛ akosua ɔmama ne ɔmama ne na ɔsɛ manhyɛ da
Akosua no
Ade no go me di.
Akosua no botu why as what to them. Anyway, ebusiafo yeda mo nyina ase. It has been another wonderful night. Top Hub ne so ya cinema yedi dwumadi ebre mu te se nea ekua kan no app a wo download your phone so anase wo smart TV, compatible smart TV a wotumi share African movies bebre, Ghanaian movies bebre, and then you get to also host your event. See, everything is going virtual. You can host your event on there. You can do so many things on there. Could be bridal shower, baby shower, even weddings, music videos, movie premiere, everything. There's a platform for it. We did that during the Christmas season, and not the Christmas concert, and also you're available. Please subscribe to Top Hub right now. Just go to your Play store, download Top Hub, subscribe, and then enjoy the movies. But we'll subscribe. Yeah, basically what you are doing is you are helping Yeniana or the idea and buying. You're also helping him to help us continue with this show. So that's the only way we are asking you to help us keep this show going. Providing with all the logistics that we need. Go ahead and subscribe through Top Hub. Na either way, no. And that the topic has been very interesting. But do what suits you. Do what is conducive for you, and do what will make you happy. As far as memano or show or emotions, and again, it's all up to everybody and their individual. I am not saying nobody should cry. I am saying that I would not. And I don't think so. Be de manusi boni se misima mema so and I said bema bi so I say na dwenye adwuma and I said no. I'm saying that I don't find it sensible. It doesn't make any sense to me. See, if that's what you feel like doing, kudos, go ahead and do it. But media, I will not do that. Ochina, I have a very, very interesting movie that will be showing. It's somewhere around 9:30ish. Get your popcorns, get your drinks, relax in your bed, and then we'll show the movie tomorrow. Nyamia Adoma and a Friday so. Nyamia Adoma and some baby ne chako bebre kwa biscuit ne tea ne ade ne funny face so see yakobo no say then and some bebre kwa, and you definitely don't want to miss this edition of Variety Night on Friday. And see
Okay, star of the week next week, Ruth Boateng. Ruth, next weekend, Bomodian for video for send papa. Ruth Boateng, you're the star of the week. You do your video and send it to papa, and then we'll play it. Yeah, into Mpacho Bomodian. Anyway, Ebusia for any Abeeku for near you for Yedamunya say again. It's been an interesting, but maybe it feels a location and having been a born 1, born 2, born 3 doesn't make any different if you ask me. A unipa no issue and ne banya ekranimu a etinimu ena echere unipa na oyeden oye. But then again, a personal choice into whatever you decide, it's up to you. But to me personally, I don't feel say the location where you meet somebody makes any difference and determines or define your relationship. Intino. Obia mundo, love who you want to love. At the end of the day, sometimes you can't help who you fall in love with. It's rather unfortunate. You might fall in love with somebody that you're not supposed to fall in love with. They'll treat you like shit. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Intino. Hey, life goes on. Yeah, that will be acid. That's a ne. Me wo a practicals be a next week. A machine and any many na ababi drew into next week. Ye bet said yeah, it was say ultimate declare ni dia grow na oh me ase be kenny in out do. Father Bakus we are messing that topic next week. Me catch them. You're overly excited for no reason, ain't you? We are here messing that topic. Anna Papa. Yes,
no, there been so plenty. Yeah, man. For the Bakus, you have not been fair to him. There are so many things he likes and you don't do it for him. So
yeah, wow,
but there be Father Bakus who him send me where him. Who they train after match me see me papa we are.
Yeah, Bibi abeko fine.
Yes, me see we are.
Anya me nkwa na me po well, Irene. Yeah.
Oh, all right. And see, Ebusia for that's a net, ye besan share, ye that ubi be say. Me and me did you medi who chame, ye frame me a queer jewel, Blacky Chan. And many papa Abeeku, me co-host, and the program brem. Ya better for Akusia Williams, as always. Yes, Togo Beyonce, and I be Beyonce, Davi Beyonce, and the Megan Tatia of Uptown, Mame Araba, the sweet spiritus, Mame Araba, Intino, Ebusia for. Yeah, that top half I say. Yakramo. Yeah, that's a very. We're still live. If you're still live, we're there. See, I got you.
Mami somu daba, mami fio wanu miurabe, mama famubu inufayo.
Hey, Papa, hold on. Hello. Papa Nyanka Pacho Lunyum na me Papa Nyanka me so me refi. Yeah, me refi Almighty Father Bakus. Me refi kwa mambuni my money fans. Me do we ase. So what him say me no mpna yani wom odo. Thank you for coming. And na Ernest so I think say the first time odin animu Benny abe contribute to into no offer Ernie yeah that's be brain ne also contribution yeah that's be brain nyame inshramo into no that's ne e person akosi abacho kromo me ene ya kramu yeah that's be brain and I just and I could just and papa oya dey say